A presence can be felt by those who have followed the epic saga as told by the insane clown posse. It is a presence that is synonymous with the crumbling of time itself. Thus emerges a being so powerful that he can exist between both the land of the living and that of the dead. He goes by many names, but is known to the living only as the Wraith. He walks upon worlds forgotten and descends from heavens faded to gray to witness the death of all mortal things, so that he may guide the departed upon the path that they have chosen. Shangri-La. Here is the story of the path to Shangri-La, the Six Jokers card. Only now will we truly understand the meaning of the saga. For this saga all along, each Joker's card is actually none other than the echo of our lives.
Hurry up, show stuff. I can't believe they're still having it. I better get my butt in there right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the sensational and amazing Carnival of Carnage! They said it couldn't happen! They said it wouldn't last! And boys and girls and everyone, we've got a carnival for the last! Tens of thousands of freak sideshows and fools! A carnival who together is wonderful!
We look into the stars, foretold everyone. Something dark and wicked this way comes, this way comes. We told the oddities, crawling from the dark, in a carnival which we can all belong. I dwell upon the streets, and I can tell you this, I see some circus juggalo shit going on. People drawn together by wearing scrummy music, and we even gather once a year to put it down. Just trying to tell you all about the life. Joker got to fall in with spectacular array. The Wraith is calling, walk into the light. I hold a bloody axe, dressed in hatchet red. We speak languages people don't understand. I send fagos via punching clear across the stadium in fashion only fucking juggalos could ever demand. I got ninjas in my backyard wearing anybody killer paint. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? Then I see the platinum on the wall, and I realize the carnival's been right here all along. So let's bring it on. Tilt the world and there we go. Carnivals are fake, no. It's just time to tell you all about the life. The Joker got to fall in with spectacular array. So when the Wraith is calling, walk into the light. Right, close overload. We gave you all they gave. The carousel was pinning through the night. And as I be the wizard, 'cause I'm overwhelmed. But we just hope the Joker cards would point you out to the light. Tilt the wells and there we go. Carnivals are fake, no. Just trying to tell you all about the light. The Joker got to fall in with spectacular array. So when the Wraith is calling, walk into the light. Tilt the wells and there we go. Carnivals are fake, no. Just trying to tell you all about the light. The Joker got to fall in with spectacular array. So when the Wraith is calling, walk into the light. When you
He's got my pissed off. He's got the still punching.
What's up?
Throwing glitter.
Come get these juggalos.
What the is going on here? Why are you guys still rolling?
Little baby big cat is crying again. What's the matter? Feeling like you don't fit in anywhere? What about fitting that ass in with us? The mighty easy characters. We'll fucking gladly take ya. We take all shapes, colors, sizes, and genders. We are the mighty mystical, mythological, non-motherfucking carnival. We are.
I see you feeling lonely again. You some motherfucker. Feeling like you don't belong, like you the only other. But some of us scrubs got it worse than you. Now homies that call line a crew to belong to. Some of us have fuck all the bullshit and dropped out. Some of us stood up to fight but got knocked out. Some of us like to cuss and don't like your format. We like the wicked shit you chose not to ignore.
Some of us be coming out of more than a broken home.
Some of us be living out of our cars and carry on. Some of us eat a bunch of sweets as our real apartment and make you take off your shoes on our carpet. Some of us around parole and can't leave the state. And some are dead and gone. My homie Blaze can relate. And some can't afford a free phone call.
But them some of us is equal assault.
Think about that.
We belong, we belong, we belong. We belong, we belong, we belong.
Some of us on dope cars that failed to exist. Some of us have profiles nobody else fits. And some ain't got time for the monks in Tibet because my own kids are hungry and they're looking at me for shit.
Some of us are drug paraphernalia materials, and some of us have incurable sexual venereals, and some of us have dreams of being a star.
And most won't make it that far.
But it's all good.
Some of us can't afford the coolest shoes. Some of us gives a fuck what popularity choose. Some bitches TD dance cause their babies are crying. Others say they dancing for college and know that they lying. Some of us are in love with people who ain't ours. Some of us don't give up until we're behind bars. And some of us must have been born to take the fall.
But then some of us is equal assault.
And a witch.
Right here we belong, right here we belong, right here we belong.
What is up, everyone? How is everyone today? Dawn Chaos here, doing a little live stream anniversary little review because, I figured I would do a stream like this just to release the tension because I know there's a lot of tension going on right now in the world and in our country. So what better way to take a little bit of the tension off because there was only a few people that posted this on social media. It was just like me and a few other people. A lot of people are forgetting that today is the 22nd anniversary of the mighty Six Jokers card of the first deck, the Wraith exhibit of Shangri-La. Now, I figured I'd do this just to help release the tension because I know there's a lot of tension going on in the outside world. And I've been seeing like a lot of people in the Juggalo community starting to have that tension. So hopefully this will help release the tension and the stress because this is a monumental album. This was a monumental album when it came out. It's still a monumental album. It's definitely one of my top ICP albums to date. I remember just the hype for this, and back in the day, hearing the hype for the Six. And what the Six was going to be, what the message was going to be. Some people probably already figured out the message. Some of us, the message on what the next this Joker's card was going to be, it shocked some people. Some people knew, some people didn't. And how old was I when this dropped? I was 12 years old, y'all. Let's see, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. I'd already been hearing about ICP for 5 years when this dropped. God, that's insane. Because I found out about him in 98. So I remember getting the anticipation ready for this album. And I want to know people's stories, whether people want to come on here and share their stories, or you can say your stories in the chat, or why this album is one of your favorite albums. We're also going to play like the seminar from the gathering that year when they unveiled the Wraith. We're going to watch the whole seminar. And like I said, I figured I'd do this because this is the day. This is a monumental album when it came to Juggalo history, y'all. What up, Big Sizz? One of my faves. I remember anticipating the release for this album before it dropped and got that bitch the day it came out. Hell yeah. And I know this album is very synonymous with Darby because Darby told me this when I interviewed him that this was like the first album he ever bought with his own money. So we might try to get Darby to come on here because I know this album is very synonymous for Darby O'Trill because in my interview with him from 2-3 years ago, he said this was actually the first album that he ever bought with his own money. And I think that's cool. Because I know there's a lot of tension going on in our country right now. And I'm seeing especially that tension going on spreading into the Juggalo community. And that's why a lot of us are here to get away from the crazy shit going on in the world. And I'm seeing just even a lot of Juggalos online. There's tension and stress, you can tell. I'm an empath. I can feel that sort of thing. So hopefully this stream will help relieve a lot of that a little bit. So yeah, share your stories, y'all. Like this era was so synonymous. This is what some people say the album that started the whole Diamond Rain, the family era, you might say. Some call it the Diamond Reign era. And I just loved this era because just the anticipation building up to it was just so good. You know, and at the time this was about to drop, Insane Clown Posse been doing this whole story of the Dark Carnival for 10 years. This story of the Dark Carnival started in 1992, and at this point up until 2002, they've been telling this story for 10 years. And the story was coming to its conclusion, at least this part of the story, which is dope. And this album has helped me through so many times. It continues to help me through so much to this day, even now. And I think they picked the perfect day for this to come out of November 5th. They picked the perfect day for it to come out. Yeah, we'd love to hear y'all's stories. But yeah, we're also going to play, like I said, we're going to play somewhere during the stream. We're also going to play like the whole like seminar that they did at that year's gathering where they unveiled the Wraith and talked about each of the Joker cards up until that point. We're going to watch that as well. What's up, Cheese? What's up, Twisted? Yeah, you're going to get the Big Sis says he's going to get the Wraith on his forearm. Hell yeah. So yeah, share your stories, y'all, or if you guys want to come on the stream and share your stories about this album or this era, just let me know. Like I said, I was 12 and I remember listening to it with my homies in school and whatnot. One of the homies had it and then we were all listening to it at school. I was like probably let's see, November that year. I was in 6th grade, y'all, when this album dropped. So 22 years ago, I was 12 years old, and now I'm 34. Wow, that's just insane. Like I said, I just remember listening to this in middle school when it dropped. I was listening to it, I believe, in art class with one of my friends, and then we were all listening to it with the homies during lunch break at school, like recess. And just the whole era, I loved how they always changed up their face paint design, like the color scheme. I always thought that was really dope. Of course, we played the commercial that they dropped for the Wraith Shangri-La. We played that at the beginning of the stream. We played that funny commercial. Yeah. Just this album is just, even back then when I first heard it, it gave me like chills and goosebumps when I heard this album. When I first heard it, it still gives me goosebumps to this day, and in a very good way. Yes, a lot of us are aging like a fine wine, basically. So yeah, I want to share y'all's stories. If y'all want to come on, if y'all were at that gathering when they announced this, I know, because I know quite a few people that were there at that gathering when they dropped this. So again, if anyone wants to come on for a little bit, just let me know. Like, what of y'all's favorite like tracks off of here? If you guys had to pick favorite tracks off of here. No, there's just so many good tracks off here. There's so many great tracks. You know, a lot of these tracks they do live in concert. They're like staples when they perform live. You know, like the opening song, Walk Into the Light. Every time I hear that, especially after hearing it when I was starting the stream playing it, it was giving me goosebumps. And it brought me back to that time 22 years ago when I first heard that song playing. And even if you guys weren't around during this album, even if you guys have heard this album later on, how has this album impacted you? How has this album impacted you? Even if you've heard it now or the last some years, how has this album impacted your life? It's definitely impacted my life in so many ways. The DVD version I got is the live concert that they did for that gathering in 2002. Somewhere down the line, I might get the one when they did the seminar, just because so I could watch the seminar on DVD, even though you can easily find that seminar here on YouTube. Walk into the light, welcome to the show. So many, Get You Wicked On, their cover of Murder Rap from Above the Law. Birthday Bitches. There's just so many classic songs on here. Blam, which I remember when I first heard them perform that live, and I was vibing out. And I like because a lot of the songs on here, they perform live as part of their staple, some of it, you might say. I wish I would have been at the gathering that year when they did the Shangri-La set. The gathering I was at in 2018, which was my first gathering, that one was the Hell's Pit set that they did. But yeah, continuing, we got, It Rains Diamonds. We got Thy Staleness. There's just so much. And you got hidden tracks off of here. You got the first Supervillains track. You got Hell's Forecast. We got Juggalo Homies. Ain't Your Business. The track We Belong. Cotton Candy and Popsicles with Zug Island. We have Crossing Thy Bridge. We have The Raven's Mirror, which is one of my favorite ICP songs also of all time. Then we have the title track, The Wraith. Then we have the final song, Thy Unveiling, or The Unveiling. You was at that? You was playing it earlier today? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, the Shangri-La gathering was lit, but it also sucked a little. Yeah, I wanted to be there for that set. What's up, Woody Woo? What's good? Shouts to Open Heart, Juggles, and Recovery. Again, share your stories on this album, y'all. Whether when the day this album came out or if you heard this album later on. How has this album impacted you? And does it continue to impact your life? It definitely does for me. And it just makes you crazy how we're going to be probably within the next few months or years, we're going to be hearing about the 6 of the second deck. But this is why we're talking about the 6 of the first deck, because this album is synonymous for a lot of people. Back then, it's synonymous even for people now. So if anyone wants to share, come on and share your stories, how this album has impacted your life. Just message me. See if anyone's asking for the link. Let's see what. Oh, you're good, man. Oh yeah, what's good, Michelle? I hate this album as a kid. But as I was anti-religion and spiritual, but as I grew, I understood. Yeah, some people, this album, I have grown on them. I know some people, when this album dropped, that they stopped listening, and all we had to do is say to those people, bye, Felicia. All I gotta say is I don't know what people were expecting when this dropped. You know, some people were expecting some stuff, and then some people were not expecting anything, or some people already knew because the vibe that it gave. I don't know what some people were gonna expect them to come out and say, because I think people at that, and I was listening at that time, I was gathering a lot of the hints in there, even when I was younger. And I've always been never religious, you know, I've always been more spiritual. There's a big major difference. I've always been more spiritual. But this album is just so beautiful. The production is just perfectly out there. The unveiling, my go to Portland, Oregon because ICP was banned from Seattle. Bitch, fuck you chant. So it means a lot to hear that chant on the song. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Woody. I'll definitely send you the link, man. And for those that don't know, even the term Shangri-La is borrowed from other stuff. Shangri-La is a term for heaven on earth in some cultures. Yeah, I'll send you the link. Yeah, I'll definitely send the link to some of y'all to join. All right, let me get the link ready. Where is it? There it is. Again, this stream is to release the tension going on right now, because I've been noticing that a lot of the tension going on right now in the outside world, a lot of it's been reaching its way and starting to affect a lot of juggalos in the community. So hopefully this stream will help release tension to make people go, okay, I know that today is the anniversary of the Wraith. This will help release tension. Like I said, so in a little bit, we're going to play the seminar that they did that year at the gathering in 2002. So if no one's seen it, this will be probably some of y'all seen it for the first time. I haven't watched it in a while, so it's going to be cool to go back and watch that. Like I said, I don't have the DVD version of the seminar. I have the concert version. You can easily find the seminar version here on YouTube, but I'd like to get the version with the DVD. All right. Again, if anyone wants the link, just let me know. I want to hear people's stories, whether you hop on here or you share your stories in the chat. I'm loving to see the engagement. All right. Oh, yeah. I love you, motherfuckers. Spend some time with the family. Clown love always helps. It does. Spend some time with your family, your loved ones, your homies. Go to a show. Don't let this stuff that's going on right now affect you mentally. Don't let the negative stuff that's going on come into this community. We are all strong, and if we all strong and stand together, we can get rid of all this negative shit in the community. We can overpower, because I was telling a homie the other day that positivity will always outweigh the negativity. People think that negative stuff will always overpower the positive. No. Technically, from a frame of mind, it might seem like that. But technically speaking, the positive stuff will always outweigh the negative. Always. Oh, yeah. My ex introduced me to the Juggalos, and they picked up the pieces when broke my heart. Hell yeah. See? We're some really good people. And all the snakes that sneak their way in here, we gotta stand together as a community and weed out those people. And tell them this is our world, so get the fuck out. And understand that we gotta teach people, even the new age people, we gotta teach them. No. I've taught so many juggalos, because at one point, y'all, you gotta remember, we were all new at one point to this. We either were taught ourselves this, or we did that, and we were taught by other fellow juggalos. That's like me. I taught myself, and then I was taught by other fellow juggalos. And I've continued to teach other fellow juggalos. And some people don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to teach a lot of these newer age people, and they should. People just are getting too fucking lazy these days. I notice with each passing time, some people they just get more lazy. I've taught, and I get annoyed when people are just saying that C-17ers are new age juggalos. No, that is not true. I said on the stream Sunday that I'm an old school juggalo, and I rep chapter 17. A lot of people don't realize that people know that, but a lot of people don't realize, Ouija and Darby, and Frankie, they're my age, and they're old school juggalos, just like me. Just because their music may be new to some of y'all, but these guys have been in this juggalo scene for years. Just because their music's new to you doesn't mean they're new age. They're the same age as me, and we've all grown up on this. We all like to share stories of this album, how synonymous it is with us. Exactly. It's stupid. So when you guys keep hearing other supposed juggalo YouTubers saying that the C-17 crowd is for just new age juggalos, it might be for some of them, but then you guys got to stand up and speak your mind and go, hey, I'm an old school juggalo and I bump C-17. Fuck you. Just like we gotta wean out all the snakes in this community and the people that just don't get it. And if the people don't understand, we got to help them understand. We got to help them understand. We got to continue to do that and wean out the people in this community that just want to be in this community for clout or as Jay would sometimes say, some say juggalo only when it's convenient, and they don't mean it. We sick of being mean it. Or the people that ride the juggalo escalate. And you know what really grinds my gears is when there's people in this juggalo community, especially online or on YouTube, and they claim to be about unity. And they tell you, oh, well, I don't like the division going on in the community. But then they get hip, then they do stuff and they do content that creates more of that gap in the community. So just remember, there are those who are on here who will say that they don't believe in that division, but then they'll say something or they'll do something that creates more of that division. And those are the people that need to get out of here. You know, we got to show people that we have morals and stuff. If you're a racist or a pedophile, get the fuck out. That's all we got to say. Because a lot of those people weasel their way in. Anywho, let's get on I just had to talk about that because you guys know I keep it real. Just know there's a lot of people on here that will claim that they are about this and they care about this community and they don't like the division in this community, but then they'll do stuff that creates that division. Those how you know the people are undercover, probably undercover juggalos, or those people are straight the ops. Just saying. And like I said on Sunday, if we stay divided, if we can't learn to like coexist and be united, regardless of our agree to disagree things, then that leaves us open for our enemies. That leaves us open for our enemies, or it leaves us open for the people that say they're juggalos, and that leaves room for them to weasel their way in. Don't allow that. I never thought I would be a motivational speaker, y'all. A lot of people, some people have been telling me, damn, Don, and I figured I'd say this now. If we ever get a first juggalo president, Don Chaos needs to be that first juggalo president. What do you guys think? What's up, man?
So, bro, you got my vote, okay? Today was the right day to bring it up. I'm going to go write you in right now, fam.
Exactly. And I told people it's clever. Like I told people, that's why I decided to do this stream, because me and only a few other people were the only ones posting about this. I'm like, did everyone forget that it's the 22nd anniversary of the Wraith? I'm like, you know what? Let's do a stream to help release the tension going on right now.
I mean, to be fair, you know, it is an off number. 22. Now, granted, 22 is actually my favorite number, but
yeah, isn't that weird?
Yeah, we'll move around that, but you know, it's such an off number. It's not like 50th anniversary or 25th you know what I mean? It's such a weird. It's like, did you celebrate extra because you turned 22? Fuck no, you partied when you were 21, and then after that you were just happy to get cheaper fucking insurance.
Exactly. and that's why I just felt old when I was thinking about it more. I'm like, damn, 22 years ago when this dropped, I was listening to this at 12 years old. Jesus.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said in the chat, though, bro, I was extra excited about this. This was the first Joker's card that I got to anticipate as a baby Jug coming out. Because when I got in, you know, the Jekyll Brothers was out. I mean, it wasn't super old because I was definitely like right around it was probably about a year and a half, if that much, between when I got into the scene and when the Wraith dropped. You know what I mean? So it was the first album that I got to anticipate and go buy that, you know, go to the store and buy that bitch on the day that it released.
Yeah,
you know, that's what kind of made it special for me, you know.
Yeah, and just the marketing was cool. I'm sure you remember like seeing back when a CD would come out, they would have like those special stands. Like there was the special CD stand with ICP like as the cardboard covers.
And that was like around the height of like the peak of like the Tom Woods designs back in the day on the shirts that everybody was rocking that you could get at the fucking mall and shit. Like that was kind of, I feel like that was when the prime was, family was still family, everything was still Gucci in the scene.
Oh yeah, and there was so much like albums that came out before this came out. Like a year before this, it's hard to believe the year before this dropped was when the first Dark Lotus album, Tales of the Lotus, came out, which in my opinion is still a psychopathic classic album to this day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like this was like at the pinnacle of the family era, like
the start of it. Some people say.
I don't know. Like we were already kind of doing the family thing a little bit beforehand.
Yeah, if anything, it was the start of the. If anything, it was the start of the Diamond Rain era, as people call it.
Unpopular opinion. I also feel like that was the start of the little bit of a dip that we saw before the scene picked back up again. That was when. After that was when things started to get weird. Like I'm not gonna lie, there was a couple albums after the Wraith albums that there was like one or two songs that I could bop, but I wasn't really. It wasn't speaking to me like the original Joker's cards were. You know what I'm saying? And because I remember going and getting like the Tempest and the Calm, and they didn't do it for me the same way. Like it was still great music. I'm not downing, you know what I mean? But I feel like there was just a real big dip after the culmination of the original 6.
Oh yeah, because at the time
however you want to look at it.
Because at the time this came out, they'd been like telling this story for 10 years, which was crazy.
Right. And not to mention, bro, like this album was absolutely full of fucking bangers, and it tapped in and invoked like this certain. I mean, the second you hit play on your CD player, the second Walk Into the Light started,
goosebumps.
You could feel it, right? It wasn't like the older the Joker's cards that came before it were great. They were phenomenal. The Jekyll brothers and the Malenko both are like.
It was like the final chapter of a movie.
Right, but it tapped in and just lit a fire within you that I don't know. I honestly don't feel like any other album has done it the way that the Wraith Shangri-La did.
Oh yeah,
and there has been bangers, there have been greats, and I'm sure if there was like a greatest hits album that came out tomorrow, it might not even have a lot of the Shangri-La shit on it. It might not. Who knows? But in my personal opinion, it just nothing has hit me the way that this album did.
Oh yeah, and just hearing the narration of the intro and hearing Jump Steady speak. Like I've always loved hearing Jump Steady speak, because when he speaks, it's like, damn.
Yeah, but I mean, just like everything, like it was a no skip. And to this day, I still like literally what? Babe. When was it that I literally just listened to the whole album on repeat for like an entire day, like a week and a half ago?
I know.
Like I was stuck on it.
I know, and that's one thing I've always loved about the Joker cards. I mean, yes, everyone has their favorite songs.
That I was listening to the Wraith on repeat. Yeah, I was gonna say I knew it was like just last week, man. I got in a specific mood, and I listened to it front to back like 4 times throughout the day while I was doing shit around the house.
Yeah, it makes you like feel like good, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I know we all kind of got hit or miss feelings about the unveiling. It is what it is, you know. I honestly took it with a grain of salt, and I don't take it for being 100% like, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuine's not the right word, but I feel like there's a lot more hidden meaning than upfront meaning.
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of people just didn't pick up on and couldn't appreciate enough.
Exactly, and that's why I said it's sad when this album came out, some people like did stop being juggles. I'm like, well, what did you think the message was? And they've even explained in this album, if you listen to our old albums, the messages were there. You just had to listen very carefully from the beginning. Like they even used to say Shangri-La on a lot of their older shit too. And people are like, oh, Shangri-La, what does that mean?
Plus, at the end of the day, they're not sorry that they tricked you.
Exactly. And here they are, still years later, making music.
But it just, I don't know, man. The whole album was dope to me. Like, you know, Birthday Bitches is one of my all-time favorite jams. I fucking love that song so much.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of the songs they play on here is like staple for their shows. Like they play Birthday Bitches at every show.
But this was the album that had Juggalo Homies on it, you know, and that's why I said this album was like
a feel-good album.
The pinnacle of family. The family era. Because I don't know, man. I feel like that song at this point in time is like I don't even know where the scene would be without that song, you know?
Exactly. Like it's just literally the song describes it. It's about your homies and stuff.
That's funny, Adam. Oddly enough, I'm actually the polar opposite. I can only name a handful of songs off of Hell's Pit. I did not care for it quite as much as Shangri-La.
And it's funny because both albums like helped me through like dark times in my life, like especially this album.
For sure. Yeah, man. Like I said, it was a no skipper for me. Like everything on it was crazy.
And just how they looked during the era when they would always change the colors on the paint scheme. I love that.
And not just the colors, but I loved those like super sharp geometrical patterns that they put in with the gold and the bro. That shit was gas. That shit was gas.
Yeah, and then they had that funny commercial that we played at the beginning where they're like angels, but then they get all it gets all fucked up and stuff.
Yeah, man, this was probably one of the more important albums to my whole like juggaloing career. You know?
Hell yeah. And I know, like how I said at the beginning, like when I interviewed Darby 2-3 years ago, he said this album is very synonymous with him too, because this was the very first album he bought ever with his own money, which is cool.
Same, dude, same. That's what I'm saying. It was the first one that I got to anticipate and go buy. Everything before that was hand-me-downs or fuck, bro. I'm about to really do this to us for a second, but that was still early enough that when my uncle came over with the CDs, I put the CDs in the boombox and then recorded them on a tape.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's how you discovered. So that's how you discovered them, was through your uncle.
Yeah, bro. I'm a generational jug.
That's cool. And that's one thing I told people. That's why it's our job to teach a lot of these younger people, because we were all new at one point. If no one understands, we should be teaching them, because we all didn't know everything at one point. We all had to be taught too at one point.
I don't know if you can even see this or not. Oh, my green screen shit's probably gonna eat it. God damn it!
What is that, like the Juggalo show flyer?
Well, the insert to our album cover.
Oh, okay.
Actually, down in there, it tells the story about my uncle getting into it, getting me into it. But my green screen won't let me fucking dumb shit.
And I just love the tours that they like went on. I wish I would have been able to go to a lot of these tours when I was a kid. I mean, some of them were all ages, and I could have gone to some of these tours back then, but I don't think my parents back then probably would have took me. Maybe.
Oh, I know my mom was not having it, bro.
And there was no shot. And then when they did that in-store tour where they were like inside like the SUV like trailer, and they did like a little haunted house tour, which was cool, and you went through a haunted house to meet them. How dope would that have been back then?
Bro, I know for a simple fact that my mother hated this era of raising me in the house. because my two biggest that bro, I'd be back and forth between listening to ICP and fucking Slipknot, and she was getting no fucking space to breathe.
Yeah, I think around this time there was so much like controversial music coming out around this time.
Bro, there was so much happening then that cancel culture would fucking shit and fall back into it.
Yeah, and this was like when I mean, it's been around since like years, but I think like the early 2000s is really when Southern hip hop was really starting to take off. I mean, it was around in the 90s and before that, but I noticed in the 2000s it was starting to really take off.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, that's when a lot of the bigger names in the Southern hip hop scene started to really become front runners. That was when like Luda was at the top of his game. Lil Wayne was at the top of his game.
Yep.
Fucking, you know, it's.
I don't even think Jeezy was out yet, or he was just about to come out.
I feel like it was like right at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had Ludacris at the hype of his stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I think T.I. was barely coming out. Like,
I was literally just about to say T.I. That was when Lil Jon was like at the height of his shit. Because it's kind of funny because that's like the Southern shit in the like club banger era kind of happened around the same time. Because in the same breath, we were doing a lot of fucking Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. And,
Yin Yang Twins.
Yin Yang Twin. Yeah, a lot of that, bro.
And there was just like, it's cool because they recorded like a lot of these songs like in the South too. Like some of them were recorded like in Tennessee and shit. Like I think Nashville or something, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably gonna play the what am I gonna say, seminar. So I don't know if you've seen that or haven't seen it in a while.
I might have. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I am horrible at keeping up with like the shit like that, like seminars and like PR teases and shit like that. Like, let me know when the action's happening.
Yeah, like when this came out, like when the album dropped out, there was actually two versions with the DVD. There was a DVD version with them doing a concert in 2002, but then the other DVD had a like DVD of them like doing the seminar presenting the Wraith, which is so dope.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I ever like had that was like to even somewhat that regard was I had the oh fuck, which gathering was it that there was like a whole fucking like documentary DVD that came out about it, and I can't remember what year that was, but I had that DVD.
Oh yeah,
I still remember because I was young. I remember how many times I rewinded it just for the Juggalettes, show your tits. Juggalettes, show your tits.
Yeah,
that DVD. You know what DVD I'm talking about?
That's actually on the DVD of this when they were performing that year at the Gathering in 2022. Not 2022, 2002. God.
Well, then maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of, and I just didn't realize that's what it was. I don't fucking know.
And I loved how their set was for that Gathering when they came out. They came on like dollies and stuff, and they're like chained to like dollies as they're coming out, and they have their faces like blindfolded, covered and stuff. So that set was always really cool. And then they opened up their set with Assassins and shit.
That is literally my favorite song too.
Yeah, and at the time Jay was still like having the like black and white face paint, but Shaggy was actually debuting his version of the Shangri-La paint even before it even dropped. Like he was wearing white and red makeup.
I was about to say when he was doing the red. Yep.
And he still had and then for some reason it's just crazy, from like 99 he was bald, and then in 2000 he was starting to grow out his dreads a little bit, but they were short, and then in 2002 they were just long as hell again.
Man, I don't know what that's like. I have no idea.
Oh yeah, but we're actually gonna play this seminar if you're okay with that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this seminar just brings back so many good memories. So here we go, y'all. Trip down memory lane.
What up, y'all? God damn, there's a lot of juggalos in this motherfucker tonight. Well, at this rate, it won't be too long before we take over this whole motherfucking world. And then we'll be telling motherfuckers what the rules are and what time it is around this motherfucking bitch. So check this out. This is some big, big, big shit that's about to drop. So I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. I'm about to call up a very good, close personal friend of mine. Y'all know him a little better as Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse.
Now, after I'm gonna say seeing Jay with blue hair makes me miss my blue hair. Just saying,
Bro, singing Jane's so fucking skinny.
Yeah. And I love seeing him like with the blue makeup. That's fucking dope.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that like watching a lot of this is just bringing back so many memories. I'm like, God damn. I know this is also like he explains in the interview, spoiler alert ahead of time, y'all, this is when he first admits that he started smoking weed like a few years ago. And I love how, and that's what I love when he's like, and to be honest, it was Blaze that got me started. It's so awesome. So it's just so cool. And then like to see a lot of the people that like come like on stage and help him like present a lot of stuff on here. It's just so cool. And just to hear the crowd chanting like his real name as he's taking the stage, that's fucking like emotional. People still do it now, like at their seminars, like at gatherings now. You'll hear people go, Joe Bruce, Joe Bruce. So yeah, we're going to continue now more with this. God, this seminar is like, I've loved all their seminars that they've done since then, but this one has always been one of my favorite ones that they've done.
I can't see because of the stage lights, but if y'all got seats, you're gonna have to sit down. I probably did probably like 1,000 shows in my life, and I did an ICP. I did the seminar for this on Friday, and went in a much smaller version. But I gotta say, I've never been this nervous in my life. Shaggy's doing the mystery seminar, and he'll be here as soon as that's over with, I promise. I'm just gonna tell you guys the way it is, the way it's going down, the way it has gone down. But this is all I gotta say. This is it, man. I mean, there's no. Once we reveal the 6th, there's no turning back. Like, in other words, if it's whack, that's it. It's whack, you know. We fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Hold up. But on my mother's life and on everybody's life here, as much as I love you, we did not fuck up. I want to bring my friends up here, Twisted, Sabu, Legs Diamond. Legs Diamond. All right. I know y'all talking about each other, right? Because that's what we are as family in this motherfucker. But it doesn't matter that, you know, fucking MTV ain't here. Look, you know, it's been 10 years, you know. I'm an old ass man. I'm fucking 30 years old in this motherfucker, you know? Some of us got kids. But I swear to God, if a bullet was to strike me dead right now, I'd die a happy motherfucker. Somebody lost their arm. But basically, when I try, I'm just gonna spit it to you. This is a seminar, this isn't a concert. I'm gonna tell you just like it is. For 10 fucking years, we've been telling a story, you know? And then when we started this story, there was nobody listening. And to the world, there still isn't nobody listening. You know? But that was the fucking idea. You see, all I know is I remember saying, when we first came out, when I was 19, I remember saying, there's gonna be a carnival, a dark fucking carnival. It's gonna come and take this bitch over. After all 6 have risen, there's gonna be a fucking carnival. Now, what do you think the people of fucking Peoria are thinking about y'all right now? Did we come through on the fucking carnival at least or what? Look at us. But that ain't even what it's about. Because I love y'all no matter what at carnival, fuck whatever. Listen. In 1991, we released our first album. It was called Carnival of Carnage. On its release day, it sold 17 copies.
And it's crazy just now knowing that just a few weeks ago, Carnival Carnage just turned 32 years old, y'all. How crazy is that? God damn.
About as crazy as Jay introducing everybody on that stage as his friends and family. We ought to fucking play that part again.
Yeah, it brings back so many memories. It's like, God damn.
And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like this is what I was talking about earlier, and I mean that shit.
I love this era. I've always loved this era.
Yeah, man. We ought to rewind it and make him say that again.
Right?
make him introduce them as friends and family one more goddamn time, bro.
Yeah, if I can remember where it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to see Sabu up there, and even Sabu is like still a longtime homie of theirs. Like Sabu, they've known him way back in the day when they were starting to wrestle. And I always love hearing like the story when Jay says if they weren't became rappers, they were going to be professional wrestlers, but they ended up being able to combine the two, which is cool.
Yeah, man, I don't understand how everybody gets so caught up in the fucking politics and shit, and we've just lost sight of what it meant to be Jug family back in the day, man.
Exactly.
It's like what you were talking about earlier about some of the old school. Like, let me. Where's my? Let's see if it'll let me. Yeah, what do you see behind me?
Yeah, C-17 flag.
And I'm about as OG fucking Jug as you can get, bro. I came in the middle of the fucking original 6.
Exactly, and I've even
But
told people,
I'm just as proud to have that hanging back there as anything else.
exactly, and
It's
I've even
supposed
told
to be that way.
exactly, and I've explained to people numerous times, like if anyone were to know, like Ouija and Darby and Frankie, like I do, they're like close to our age. They're close in our age. They are OGs too, and I love hearing
Yeah.
their stuff. I love hearing. I was like, their music might be new to some people, but if anyone also knows their history of those 3 individuals, they've been making music for fucking years. They just were like deep underground back then.
Yeah, big facts, man. I fuck with all of them, bro. It's all the names you just named. I've done with me and Droku have done music with literally everybody you just named.
Exactly, and a lot of those people I consider, and especially y'all are literally my family. Y'all are like literally my brothers and my best friends.
Yeah, man. I'm not I'm not as close to them as like say you know what I mean? But I do talk to, I mean, not as much Darby. The little bit of interaction I've had with Darby has been really dope though, really solid. More so in person. I've really enjoyed our interactions in person. When I've seen him at like the shows and shit. But like Frankie, I talk to Frankie fairly regular, not super regular, but I mean here and there for sure. I talked to Waddy a lot. It's been a hot minute, but he just re-added, or not re-added, but now that the new Black Ops came out and you got to add all your friends on there again. Like 2 days ago, I logged in, had a friend request on Call of Duty from Waddy. Like they're all real, genuine fucking people. We're all real, genuine fucking people. As long as
exactly
keep everything in check and remember who we are, where we come from, and what the fuck we plan on doing with it.
Right, and you just add up like how the roster was on Psychopathic at this time. We had ICP, Twisted, ABK, Blaze, Zug Island, and Esham. That was a steady roster.
Bro, and we need another era of that. And if anybody's listening, Dead Body Corp would like to be a part of that. Anyway.
There you go.
We need a new era of that. We need a new era of a full roster of just fucking absolute heavy hitters just pushing for the fam, bro. Like we need that.
And I love that Jay is like helping push a lot of these talented artists out there because he's like, there's a lot of these artists that are talented that get overlooked and stuff.
I know that feeling.
Right? And just like there's a lot of people in this just like Juggalo YouTube community that get overlooked. Like I tell people, I don't do this for the views. I don't do this for the clout. I do this because I have a passion for this community, this culture, because a lot of us here, especially my homie here that's on panel with me, we've been into this since we were fucking kids, y'all.
This was the 24th gathering. That puts me, I'm roughly right at, I've been in the game about as long as they've been doing gatherings.
Exactly, because you said, it got passed on to you because of your uncle.
Because I came in right between Jekyll Brothers and Shangri-La. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's where I came into the mix. So it's been a hot minute. I've been doing this for a long fucking time. Been dealing with the side eyes a long fucking time. Been dealing with the all right, Mr. Juggalo, step out the car and put your hands on the hood a long fucking time.
That's like that was like me. I was that kid in school wearing like all black, wearing my ICP or whatever gear or my trip pants, and people like, oh, there goes that Juggalo kid Drew.
Yep, I remember getting in trouble for painting my face on a random fucking day in August. You know?
And I just said my name. Oh shit. Nah, it just came. Anywho.
Oh yeah. Let's
let's
just go ahead and jump right out there and dox ourselves. I ain't scared. Pull up.
Hell yeah, let's continue with this more freshness. And like I said, I've always
Yeah,
loved I've seen a lot of their like seminars like in person, but this is one that I really wish I would have like been at. And this is like one of my favorite seminars.
Bro, that's the only thing that I feel like I missed out on out of like coming up in the scene. Like I've been a jug for like 23 years. I've been doing this. Roughly 23 years. You know, I've been doing this, but my very first Juggalo event period was fucking last year, man. Like I was very, very starved for actual interaction with the community and family. I was stuck down here in Central Florida with no fucking, which you already know, the scene died down here.
Yeah, it was like in 2012, but I always heard from people saying from 99 until 2012, the Juggalo scene in Florida was lit. So I'm sure if they were doing shows in Florida a lot back then, and I'm sure a lot of them were all ages, I'm sure a part of you goes, you know what? Maybe my uncle probably would have took me to a show.
I feel like a lot of us Florida Juggalos, we had to just step back for a few years and just go back to just regular old thugging for a while with some jug influence on it.
And it was cool because that's when even there was starting to be mini gatherings, and a lot of them would happen down in Florida. Like I heard stories about people like that would be like just having Juggalo parties on the beach. And one year, it was like around 2002 or 3, ICP and Isham just showed up and they like had like a Juggalo party with the Juggalos on the beach. How cool is that?
Sorry, I missed like the last little bit you said there. My brother likes to send me audio messages when he knows that I'm doing something that requires hearing.
Oh, I was saying they
don't know why.
Why?
No, I'm saying I don't know why.
Oh, you don't know why?
He just be doing it, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and I love it. Like around this era, they were starting to have mini gatherings, and I think even since the first gathering, but I feel like ever since this seminar, like when you go to a gathering, an ICP seminar is like the one thing you have to go do, because it's like, I don't know why, it's just cool to like just hear them talk, hear what they got planned, what they want to work on. It's just cool. And I hope they do that with this next 6 of the second deck. I hope they do something like this where they talk about a little bit of each era around that time. I think that would be cool. So hopefully they do that for this next 6 Jokers card too.
Yeah, man, you can bank, bro. Come hell or high water, DBC is doing everything that we fucking can to be at the Gathering 25.
So
I
now,
cannot miss another one, man.
Oh yeah, and I'm speculating now. I was like, wait a minute, it's the 25th Gathering. Not every music festival's been going around for 25 years. This is the only festival that's done that. What if next year at the Gathering, this is when they finally reveal the 6 of the second deck on a seminar? How dope would that be?
I want to be there, bro.
Hell yeah. Because I have a feeling we're going to start hearing more and more about this next Joker's card.
Wait, hold the press, and check the comment section. Everybody stop worrying about what we're talking about for a second and notice that Jen posted Don's merch in the chat. And if you're not a lame ass fucking bitch, you're gonna click on that shit and go buy something right now. I'm waiting.
Help the
He's not pressing play. I'm not saying another word until he gets a notification thing that says somebody ordered. Go.
Exactly. Because trust me, y'all, it's very good quality. It would really help me out because everyone should know I'm trying to recover financially. If you really support For Juggalos by Juggalos, this web store, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into it. A lot of the people that did the art designs on there, they contributed their blood, sweat, and tears. I've even contributed blood, sweat, and tears by adding some of my own designs on there. And shout outs to Davey Scorsese. He actually helps run the web store. So hell yeah.
Big facts. So whether you're watching this shit live or watching this as a replay later, off your little fucking recommended algorithm bullshit, if you're not rocking a can't keep a good jug down shirt by next week, you're fucking stupid.
Yep, and there's so much good designs on there. Like if y'all are just a fan of nostalgia, some of the influence of my designs are like very nostalgic inspired. Like there's me from the show Bobby's World, if anyone remembers that, but that design is called Dawn's World. How dope is that?
Hell yeah.
There's me as like reading like a scripture book. We call that like the chaos theory design. There's me as like a king basically, or we call it the Mad King, if anyone gets that reference. There's so many. There's even a GTA inspired design that was designed fully by myself, and the homie just did the logo. But all the logos you see for the GTA design are all designed by me, or as we call it, the GTC drop, which is Grand Theft Chaos.
Yo, we need to drop a collabo shirt.
Yes, we do. And I'm down to do collab shirts with people too. That would be dope.
We need to drop a collabo shirt with our fucking monogram and your Don Chaos logo, your face logo, your little dude. And it'd be DBC, Dead Body Chaos. It'd be fucking gas.
Let's make it happen. Let's start hitting up artists that we know, people that do artwork.
And we love Woody Woo.
Yes,
what's popping?
Yes, we do. All right, let's continue to watch this more. God, and it's been a hot minute since I watched this stream. So not this stream, but this seminar. And
exactly, Woody ain't never steered nobody wrong, bro. So y'all go do that. Exactly.
And like I said earlier, y'all, pay attention to the real down-ass jugs that have a passion for this, not the people that claim to be this, because the people that want that shit are probably undercovers themselves. Those people are the ops, and those are the people y'all need to watch out for. Like I said, we got to start like showing people, hey, we're a community and we do have morals. So if you're a racist piece of shit or a pedophile, get the fuck out of here.
No time for that shit. You heard what we did to Mr. Bigot Hayward?
Yep. Exactly. And Dungeon can attest. And we have another homie that can attest. The quality of my stuff is so perfect, and it usually takes a week or two to ship. Like most people, y'all, will charge like $90 for a hoodie. That is a ripoff. I'm charging only $35 for a hoodie, and it's very good quality.
Big facts. And even general like low quality shit that other people are putting out still run like 45, 50. So
exactly. And y'all,
that's a great fucking deal.
And a lot of y'all, some of y'all can attest. The quality of my stuff is probably a lot better than other people's. Now, I'll never go on a lazy and crazy quality. That I won't ever happen. But you never know, y'all. We might, and everyone's been demanding it. So you guys need to let Shaggy the Airhead know. Say we want a Dawn Chaos and Lazy and Crazy collaboration drop. Like imagine your boy Dawn K. Imagine Dawn Chaos is like a cartoon Reaper or something.
Big facts.
Just like we want a Dead Body Corporation and Lazy and Crazy collab drop. That would be dope.
See what else is going on over here. We got Jen trying to get up in here, but you won't send her a link.
I'll send you the link, Jen. Like I said, anyone that wants in, just DM me. So I'll send you the link right now, Jen. And for those that
Now
don't
he's
know,
talking about wanting some drip, have to sell some customs. That's what's up. Got to work to put in work to get to work. You know what I mean?
and for people who don't know Jen, she's also a local Florida homie too, but she lives on the east coast of Florida, and she's fucking awesome as hell.
Hell yeah, another swamp, another
Yep.
swamp person.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
she loves the term swampalo. She's like, I love it. All right, Jen, I sent you the link. So as we wait for you, Jen, we're gonna play this.
And you want some swamp? You want some real swampalo shit? Hold on, before you hit the button. Hold on.
Okay. Show us.
No, where'd that go?
I'm gonna put you on solo too, so we can see it
Bro.
better too.
I don't see them laying out here on my bed no more. My girl must have grabbed them, bro. I got gator flavored chips right now.
Oh, are they good?
They were, bro. I've already fucking smashed a bag.
All I gotta say now,
smashed a bag.
Okay, now you're gonna have to send me some in the mail, please.
Hold on, babe.
And I'll do a video of me tasting them live or on a video.
Hold on, let me mute so I can be loudest.
All right. Yes, look at them beautiful jug locks.
Yes. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it because especially because they rough right now. They real rough, but we doing things, okay?
I was gonna say why, because it's been too dry down there.
There it is. No, because I don't take care of my shit.
Oh, those
Cajun dill gator taters.
Okay, you're gonna have to send me some of those, and I'll try them on a video or a stream.
They taste like gator nuggets, bro. Have you ever had gator nuggets?
No, I wanted to try. I wanted to try gator when I was down there, and everyone said it tastes like chicken.
Bro, you did not eat gator while you were here?
No, and I really wanted to.
Oh, fuck no, bro.
Well, all I gotta say is next time I'm down there, y'all are taking me to a place that has gator.
Take you to a place? I'm gonna cut that shit up and fry it up myself. I ain't taking you no goddamn nowhere to pay a ridiculous amount of money for some overpriced gator bites. I'm gonna make that shit right here.
And he's gonna catch it live, y'all. So I'm gonna film him trying to capture the gator.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm gonna go down here to the meat market here in my little town, and you can buy a whole fucking slab of gator tail when it's in season.
There's a show on History that I used to watch like that. It was like called Swamp People. It like took place in Alabama or Louisiana. It's like people that like live off the. It was like people that live off like the swamps and stuff. It's a really cool show.
Bro, and I fuck with all that. I eat gator, I eat frog legs, I eat swamp cabbage.
I mean, I've had catfish before, but I've heard if you've had catfish in Florida, it tastes so much better.
My God. We're gonna list off catfish in the middle of gator and frogs, and that's still just a fish, man.
Well, there's a good restaurant where I used to live, and everyone said it was so good. It was like called Catfish Country, and it looked like the restaurant looked like a bayou house. It was really cool.
Because I was showing him my gator chips. I know we want to see. Oh, look at my ugly ass.
My bad. There we go. There we go. What's up, Jen?
Hey.
Whoop, hey, whoop. Jen. Whoop, whoop.
What's happening?
Chilling. Did you just get off of work?
No, I've been home all day.
Okay, I thought you were working today.
No, I've just been playing my new favorite game. I can't get enough of it. Oh my God.
Whew. Hootie knows what's up.
Yes, he
Hootie
is.
knows what's up.
Yes, he is.
In all of its glory.
He is. He is. He's a handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
Did I hear you say you've never tried gator tail?
I've never tried gator in general.
That is exactly what he said, and I am offended. You're not. Listen.
Now Jen's like, what the hell?
I am going to have to restrict. I'm going to have to restrict your usage of the word swampalo for a little bit more.
And I was born here.
No, I'm talking about Don. He didn't eat no gator while he was here.
I haven't had any either, though, and I've been here longer.
I thought you told me you tried it before.
No.
What?
But there's a place called Gator gator tails in my area, and we're
Go
gonna
try
go
it.
sometime. We're
Do
gonna
it.
go
Sometime better be within the next like month.
before the gathering.
Like, what would
And
you?
I want to see reviews. I'm
Will
not even
do.
playing. I am holding. You gonna be here your whole life and you ain't had gator? I am ashamed. I am shocked and I
I've
am
been
appalled.
scared.
Now, what would you say
Of
is
what?
good?
It can't bite you from the plate already cut up and fried, girl.
Make it taste like shit.
Now,
It's
what
gonna
would
hit
you?
with a death roll?
Now, what would you say? Now, what would you say? Gator tastes good if you dip it in. Like, does it taste good dipped in like buffalo wing sauce?
Bro,
plain?
I'm gonna be honest. Depending on how you like bread it and fry it and shit, I won't even dip it in nothing.
So it's pretty
But I
much
mean,
good plain.
You can really
Okay.
treat it no different than you would a fucking boneless wing. Because realistically, and this same with frog legs. If you ain't never had frog legs, at the end of the day, it just tastes like a chicken that lived underwater its whole life.
Huh.
You know how seafood kind of has that specific. No matter what kind of seafood, it has that very baseline flavor to it that you can tell it came from the water.
Oh yeah, like there's this one fish I forget what it's called.
Water.
Oh, it's tuna. Tuna. People basically call tuna the fish of the ocean because
She got me.
I mean people say tuna is basically the chicken of the sea because tuna tastes just like chicken, kind of.
Yeah, kinda. I feel like Gator does a way better job at that because when you eat Gator nuggets, it really is like
Sounds
eating
good.
boneless wings.
Gator nugs.
It just has that like I said, it just has that baseline taste like the chicken grew up in the water. You know.
Well, I guess you should message all the McDonald's and every restaurant that sells nuggets and say, we're not going to have chicken nuggets here anymore because we're in Florida. We're going to have Gator nugs, damn it.
No.
The fact that at least the central to southern Florida McDonald's have not at least one time attempted to try
they should
McGator nugs.
McGator nugs.
I'm blown away.
I'm done with you.
Gator McNuggets. Why have we not done Gator McNuggets in Florida? That is stupid. It's stupid.
I mean, I'm sure in Australia they probably make their gators into nuggets. Who knows?
Just be careful if you do, Adam, because you get down here, man. Florida put some shit on you. Because look, Don went all the way back to Colorado and listen to the way he talks about Florida. It got him. It bit him. It bit him real good.
And then you have Jen. Like, where do you live, Jen? On like the East Coast, I think. Like,
the
we're not gonna
side, not the Gulf of Mexico side, the ocean side.
But you grew up on
the ocean side.
But you grew up on the Gulf of Mexico side.
Correct. Very good.
Now we're not doxing you, but basically all she's like the best way she's told me. But basically,
who gives a fuck?
I mean, she said it many times. She lives on the East Coast of Florida.
Yeah, that's usually where I draw the line.
Yeah,
that's much I'm doxing myself.
I've actually had rattlesnake, Raveness.
I've heard snake is very. I heard snake is good, but it's. I heard snake is good, but it's very chewy for some reason.
Yes, it does have it depends on how you cook it. Snake is definitely one of those things, kind of like with venison, or like the buffalo that my brother was just talking about. That you wanna soak it in something like buttermilk or something like that to kind of soften it down a little bit.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I was just telling Cheese, like when we had her on stream, that we need to have like a full-on Juggalo cooking show. We need like a cooking show on YouTube with Juggalos cooking. So make some gator for us. Make some gator for us.
I be cooking my fucking ass off, bro.
This man is like a chef himself, y'all, and he doesn't even like do that for a living.
I did for a little bit, and I fucking hated it. It took all the fun out of it.
Aw, boo.
I knew a few people that went to like school for culinary arts, which is like pretty cool. And one of them's a juggalo, which is cool.
Yeah, I went to a vocational high school, and went through the culinary arts program there, but it it was still high school, so it didn't give me any actual certifications. I would have still needed to go to culinary school afterward. It just kind of gave me a jump start if I decided to. Kind of like if you do college classes in high school or you do JROTC in high school. It doesn't really do nothing fantastical for you, but it does give you a little bit of a jump start when you get to the real thing.
Right. So, Jen, why we have you here? Let's hear your stories on the Wraith of Shangri-La and how this album impacted you and when you first heard it.
Oh man. So it's one that I haven't listened to as much as the others, so I might have to refresh my memory on that track list.
But from what you gather, like what do you remember, like with that era and stuff when it was about to drop in the anticipation for it? When ICP was like, "This is the last Joker's card. After this, the end of time will consume us all."
It was like I really didn't want it to come, so I was hesitant at first. But once I listened to it, you know, I felt like they were trying to say something without saying it, but they do that with every album.
Yeah, and then like I said earlier, a lot of people fell off because when the message came out, but then back then, like you said, you felt that they were trying to tell you something. And then when you go back and listen to their stuff before this, you're like, damn, they were trying to tell us something. It was fucking there the whole time.
And now they're on the third deck of cards.
Second. It
Still
brings
on the second one?
Yeah, so that's why I said it's crazy. After this, the 6th of this deck will come out. So that just builds the anticipation. It brings back so many memories like that. Like, it makes me happy I'm glad to be experiencing like more of this. Like, again, like I remember because when I discovered this, it was like a year before Jekyll Brothers dropped. So I only got to experience Jekyll Brothers drop and then this. And so now to experience like a full-on deck drop, it's awesome.
Yes. I'm excited for the 25th annual gathering of the Juggalos.
And it's crazy because we were speculating that what if this is the gathering when they unveil the 6th of this deck and they do like what they're doing on this seminar, like where they talk about that era a little bit.
Be fire.
Yeah. It's gonna be special.
Yeah, I love the difference between now and then, just because, like I said, back then, like I had the anticipation for the album, but the scene down here was dead, and I didn't really have no people. So it's kind of a nice flip and turn of events to be like so deeply tapped in with the community, more so than feeling like so alone going through it back then.
Oh yeah, and like I said, this album helped me through so much. Like there was so many dark times in my life that when I would get so low that I would think bad shit, and I came close. All I'm going to say is I came close to one time. I came very close to, but then I put this album on and I stopped. There's just something about the album that like made me stop doing what I was about to do. Yeah. So that's a crazy thing that I've never shared with anyone. There was times where I was close to, you guys know, I don't have to say it, I came close to wanting to seriously
riding the slide into the sewers.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, I got you.
And then when I heard this album, I was listening to it one of those times, and the album just like listening to it just made me stop for some reason. And that's why I tell people music is magic. There is magic in music. Music makes you feel a certain way. So if people think music does not have any type of magic in it, it does.
Anybody that believes that has spent zero time playing Dungeons and Dragons, because being a bard is fucking cool.
And I think that's what and I like how all that ties into more Juggalo shit. Like you hear stories about like Jump Steady and Violent J and them playing Dungeons and Dragons as teenagers and kids, and it's like, yes,
real jug shit.
Damn right.
Dude, so homie up here understands Darby O'Trill's struggle from when he was trying to come up.
Mm-hmm. And I said,
Yeah, we haven't gotten a whole lot of like conversation time other than just like I said in passing at shows, getting to chill with him for a few little
Yeah.
photo ops, whatever.
Yeah.
But I really do feel like if we sat down and smoked a joint, me and Darby would probably like it'd be like out of fucking what movie was that? Did we just become best friends?
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think that's crazy because it goes back to when me and Jen were like reviewing, like when I interviewed Darby 2-3 years ago. Remember, Jen? Darby said this was actually the first album he bought his own money, and it was the first album he was really anticipating for.
Yep, same,
Yeah.
bro, same.
It has Juggalo homies on it, and I feel like that was the beginning of Juggalos finding some inner peace. Because in the beginning, Juggalos were laughed at, made fun of, beat up, like.
And then when you watch
it
the
wasn't
music
cool at
video
all,
to it, the
you know?
whole music video shows
Yeah.
a whole nother way. Like when you see the very beginning with the Juggalette in the school, we can all be
Yeah.
like, yes, that was us in school. That's how the school treated us growing up. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, there's that clown boy, there's that Juggalo
Dude.
boy, or that
Yeah.
Juggalette girl.
Yeah.
Bro, and the simplicity to the video was just, just walking down the fucking street and the homies just slowly falling in line
Yep.
as the video progressed. Like
Yep.
Exactly. And
it
like
went from just them walking to boom, now there's whole gang
All
up
these
in this
people.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And we'll probably play the music video sometime during the stream, but do you guys
Send
definitely
my brother the link. Send my brother the link.
will do? Right.
We're about to have a full fucking what do you call it? Panel.
Oh,
We're about to
so
have a whole panel.
excited. I fucking love these guys, Dawn. I remember when you interviewed them before.
Yeah, and then and I remember when you were like, "Wait, they're from Florida too." I'm like, "Yep."
No. What
Yeah,
part? Don't be
swamp-
too specific, but what part? Like
I
north?
don't give a fuck. I'm from Plant City, okay? Pull the fuck
Welcome to
up.
Plant City. Cars on blocks. Everybody got them.
Right.
That shit.
That I remember when I first went through Plant City, and that is true because everyone's does got a car in Plant City.
Dude, it's the hick town.
It is.
There's not a whole lot going on there. I haven't been there.
Now, do you understand why I said that growing up as a juggalo where I grew up, it was just very lonely?
No scene. There was no scene.
And then there was a scene.
I think it was just me and my brother, bro, to be perfectly honest with you.
When I hear that from a bunch of juggalos in Florida, they were like, I felt so lonely, but then they realized, wait, there were juggalos here. They're just spread out all over the state.
Yo, and Adam, I totally fucking feel that. Me too, for the longest. But then they started getting picked on because the guy with the disability was fucking pushing their shit in.
Not at my school. The disabled guy at my school had people backing him up, including the football team. So nobody messed with him. Nobody.
Oh, yeah.
He was a dick. He was a dick. And he fucking knew it. But it was, I understood him because I'd be angry too if I didn't have the use of my legs at that young of an age.
And one thing I loved about this era, I said it earlier, but remember, Jen, how this era was so cool, how they would always change up their face paint design. They would always change the colors a bit. How dope that was.
Yeah.
And then seeing Violent J sometimes change his hair color, and actually seeing Violent J smoke weed and shit for the first time.
I think he likes being blonde. He's like Guy Fieri. He likes being a...
Well, he's a natural blonde.
I'm just going to say I've never seen them two in the same room.
They're like
Right?
doppelgangers. They're like doppelgangers.
That or we've
just
never
saying.
seen Violent J Guy and the singer from Smash Mouth all in the same room.
Triplets. Separated at birth.
Exactly. For the longest time, Jay refused to smoke. And then, like, a few years ago before this seminar, he actually started smoking.
I'm
Fascinating.
not saying he is or he isn't. I've just never seen them together before.
Right? Oh, yeah. So while we wait for Droku, do you guys want to continue more of this seminar a little bit?
Yeah, man.
If you guys need me to pause it, just let me know.
1,000,000%.
All right. God, I love watching this seminar. It never gets old. Here we go.
Look at him.
Now, there's more than 17 motherfuckers in here. Now, my point is that just like new juggalos that come along, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day,
What I was talking about earlier.
They don't know about the world we have. They don't know about the underground we have. You have to be able to accept them in the same way that you were accepted in at some point. As long as they're real. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're real and they understand what we're about.
Hold up. Rewind that.
They
Back that up about 10, 15 seconds. I want to hear him say that again out of his mouth.
Exactly, because that's pretty much goes to what I've been talking about for a while. All right,
I want to hear that one more again.
All right, I'm going to put it back just a little bit, just in case.
Uno más.
All right, here we go.
Por favor.
I think the people of fucking Peoria are thinking about y'all right now.
I know I went back too far, but...
Did we come through on the fucking carnival at least or what? Look at us. But that ain't even what it's about. Because I love y'all no matter what at carnival, fuck, whatever. Listen. In 1991, we released our first album. It was called Carnival of Carnage. On its release day, it sold 17 copies.
Fascinating.
All right, what's up?
No, I said fascinating that they just happened to sell that many.
Exactly, and that's why 17 is also synonymous with them. And if anyone's like spiritual like me, you know the synonymous spiritual meaning behind the number 17. It's cool.
And numerology and all that shit.
Because I'm not the kind of person who just sees numbers. I know numbers have meaning behind them.
1,000,000%.
And when you read 17, it's really cool. It goes into why they're going to be doing 3 sets of Joker's cards. Because all that together, 665, and then all those numbers together, when you add them, equals 17. So that's 17 Joker cards. How cool is that, y'all?
It's fascinating.
All right. I know I went back a little bit far on this, but let's continue.
Now, there's more than 17 motherfuckers in here.
Yes, there are.
Now, my point is that just like new juggalos that come along, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, they don't know about the world we have. They don't know about the underground we have. You have to be able to accept them in the same way that you were accepted in at some point. As long as they're real. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're real and they understand what we're about. You know, they can still join in. You know, but the carnival, I'll get to that later. But anyway. I don't exactly know about how to go about this, you know what I'm saying? But it was me, Shaggy, and Alex in Alex's mom's basement. And we bought a roll of duct tape this fucking big. It had to be for a piece of machinery or something, you know, like a fucking factory. And we said, by the time we're done going through this fucking roll of tape, we'll have to have a record deal because we'll have shipped so many of these motherfuckers that, you know, we'll have to be fucking able to get a record deal. Well, that roll of duct tape went through like it wouldn't. Shit. And when we first started out on Carnival of Carnage, I don't even think you'll hear the word juggalo on it. We didn't know what was ahead. We didn't know ourselves. We're not no fucking prophets or superheroes. We're Joe and Joey. Y'all know that.
Yep. Joey Brothers.
But we said, just like when you fall in love with a bitch, you know, it's like when you're really in love with a bitch, you know, and you stub your toe or something, it only hurts half as bad. You know what I mean? Because you're like, yeah, that's all right, though, you know, guys. You know what I'm saying? Nothing really sucks that bad when you're really in love, right? Well, when this came out, it's like we had a reason to live all of a sudden. You know, we fell in love. We fell in love with the Dark Carnival and what it was telling us. I couldn't explain it, but I think y'all are probably in love with it too.
Yeah.
Why do you guys get together and paint your face and throw Faygo? We don't fucking know. We don't.
Just fuck you. That's why.
Yep.
If that ain't a calling, you know what I'm saying? A calling. Why? What the fuck? What the hell do? We don't even know. So what will we have there? What will be taking place at the gathering? Fuck, we don't know. Wrestling, the netting game. We're pulling shit out of our ass
Yeah.
just to be together.
Respect.
Yes.
Just to be the fucking together, because we know someone's calling us together. In 1993, we released the second Joker's card. It was called the Ringmaster.
Hell yeah.
Now, when the Ringmaster came out, that's when shit started coming a little bit clearer. You know what I'm saying? Things started to make a little bit more sense. I started to think like, I remember I used to walk up to the P.O. box every night to see if there was any fan mail. And there was never no fan mail, you know, and I walk back. And then I walk up there again, you know, and I looked in the P.O. box and there was a piece of fucking something in there. So I'm like, fuck! Give me a quarter, I gotta call Alex. You know, I call Alex and Joey, they come fucking running up there. And it's a bill for the P.O. box people.
And this is why I love ICP. Just that shit that.
Funny as fuck, bro. They're so funny. Oh my god.
And this is why I tell anyone when you do go to the gathering, this is like a must you got to do at the gathering. And when you see ICP do seminars at the gathering, it's a must because you get shit like this.
Yes.
All right, Droku, I sent you the link to join.
I think he's backstage, he said.
Let me see.
He's having technical difficulties.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I just love seeing Jay like I said, I just love this face paint era. I just love like always the white and blue and shit. It makes me miss my blue hair. God damn
I
it.
think he's finally happy though with Sarah.
Oh yeah, like I'm proud of where he's at, and I'm glad they're getting their flowers. Like again, this is when still they weren't be getting their props from MTV, and now look at years later, MTV is finally giving them their flowers, and they fucking deserve it wholeheartedly. They deserve it.
1,000,000%.
Because they put their heart and work. Like Jump Steady puts a lot of work into putting the gathering together. Like Jay said, they're just sometimes pulling shit out of their ass just so we can all get together and have a good time, y'all. How dope is that?
Super dope.
Hell yeah. Let's continue.
P.O. Box moonwalk.
Joe Bruce.
Yes. Joseph Francis.
You guys are trying to make me break down and cry like a newborn woman. When I was a kid, they said, if you...
And we can all relate to this next part because this was all of us growing up. So here we go again.
You step on a cracked tile in the hallway at school, you have to kiss one of the Bruce brothers. So all the girls would walk down and dodge the cracked tiles. You know what I'm saying? And now I got motherfuckers chanting my name. I used to be afraid to tell people my name over summer vacation when I'd be at, meeting somebody somewhere for fear that my reputation from where I was lived had reached their fucking city. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, my name's Joe. What's your last name? Why you need to know that? But the ringmaster thing started coming a little clear. I realized we are different, you know? Nobody here is a killer, an actual serial killer. That's purely speculation, but something about, you know, just being a clown and being able to come out on stage and slip on my ass and not matter because I'm a clown. You know what I'm saying? Or fuck up in any kind of way. It's okay if you're a clown.
Damn right.
And every day when everybody wakes up in the morning, you know, and they pull their ass out of bed and go in the bathroom, not talking about y'all, they look in the mirror and they try to become something.
This
They're like,
all
what
of
do I
us
want
too,
to be,
growing
you know? The fucking alternative kids, they want to be alternative, so they put alternative clothes on, and they become something they want to be perceived as. And the kids that want to be gangsters or whatever, they put on their shit and they want to be perceived as. But some of us didn't know what the fuck we wanted to be perceived as.
Damn
we didn't
right.
fit anywhere.
Damn right.
We were the fucking clowns.
Damn right.
It was like no matter what happened, it was like, fuck them, they don't count. That's how I started feeling during Ringmaster. Me and Shaggy are like, man, we sold 60,000 of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I was working nights at a gas station, right? Ninjas are coming through for gas. Like, aren't you Violent J? I'm like, hell no. How much you want on Pump 5? Quit playing. But we couldn't get a record deal, you know. We still didn't understand fully. In 1995, we released third Joker's card.
Like how they're revealing
The riddle box.
I love that. Fuck, I got it on me. I got it tattooed on me. Full screen me.
Yeah. Yeah. Chicken hot.
That's not again.
We stole chicken.
Now, we got a big record deal, though. Here's what happened. Jive Records, you know, they got Britney Spears, NSYNC, Off-Sync, fucking Christina, fucking Anderson, whatever, all kind of fucking TRL and all their homies. They signed us. They said, wow, your last album sold 60,000 copies in Metro Detroit. And they were like, that's incredible. And they were like, so we'll give you an advance of $60,000 on your new album. And we're like, I ain't got to tell y'all about how ecstatic we were at $60,000. Now, I still am ecstatic about 60. I'm a broke motherfucker. But that's a whole nother seminar. But what I'm saying is, I'm coming from a place where I used to, me and my brother Rob, jump steady. We would take a can out of our fucking cupboard and we would draw a little symbol on it, like a ninja or something, and we put it in a hunger barrel at school, and it would come right back to our cupboards again. You see what I'm saying? Like I had to prove. I'm like, these people bring this shit over every Thursday. Mom's never home. You know, we're in a fucking hunger barrel. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let's you know, drop that bitch at school. You know what I mean? And then it comes back to my fucking house. And you know who delivers the fucking food? This girl that my brother had this huge crush on. And my brother answers the door as she's, you know what I'm saying? And this is only the luck of a fucking juggalo.
Yeah.
Now, listen, some of you might have been born millionaires, but I have no question each and every one of you have something exactly like that. Some kind of situation. And I bet you everybody in here has been fucked over so many fucking times.
Yep.
Wait a minute. I'm not talking about like Limp Bizkit and Korn cry about. I'm talking about really fucked over. Like to the point where you don't want to just say, I want to break stuff. But you say, I want to cut your fucking throat out. Stab the fucking shit out of you. Are you feeling me? All this started coming into focus, you know? But Riddlebox sold. It sold 60,000 again to the same Metro Detroit fan base, you know? And we're like, we took the $60,000, we bought 3 vans, and we painted them up like Riddlebox. And we drove out to like fucking Indianapolis.
The shit out of that. Fuck yeah.
Great clown town, but at the time wasn't even in the stores. You know, we're like, wait a minute, man. Jive signed us and just gave us $1 a copy and put it right back out again in Detroit, and only they made all the fucking money off it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody even had the record. It wasn't even in stores at the time, anywhere else. And so we got on the phone with Jive and we said, you know, kiss me. And he said, what? And I said, kiss me. I like to be kissed when I'm getting fucked. Spank my ass or something. Anyway, we put a blindfold on Alex. You guys, this is Rich Morrell. This is Legs Diamond. He sang back up on everything from Riddlebox up. He left a great band in Detroit to come be with us and work at Psychopathic Records. He's always stayed behind.
And I've always loved Legs Diamond's voice. Like, a lot of people don't realize he has like those famous like chorus in ICP songs, and he's always been like the unofficial 3rd, 4th member of ICP, because people always think ICP is just Jay and Shaggy, but actually, if you want to count it, Legs Diamond and Mikey Clark were like the unofficial 2 members of ICP too. And I always said Legs Diamond was like ICP's like Nate Dogg and shit. Like, he had those famous choruses, and he had that voice that you can just recognize it. And I like when I saw ICP in 2009, he was like the ringleader announcer. So he was like presenting them to the stage for their set like a ringleader at a circus, and it was fucking dope.
Bitch.
And I love this. I just love going back and watching stuff like this. It just brings back so many memories.
They made an iceberg. Like
they did.
They call it the Insane Clown Posse iceberg because.
And there's only 2 videos people have made like that. It's called the Juggalo Iceberg, and I love watching iceberg videos. And it's true, they did make an iceberg.
Because there's only so much on the top, and then you go beneath the surface, and it's this huge thing.
Yep.
And it took all this time, and now they're considered classic, and they're finally getting respect after 30 years. And they did it all themselves. So it's like, who's laughing now? Is that Jump Steady?
That is actually Legs Diamond.
I was gonna say, why is he like holding his head down?
What do you guys say more about this, bro? Like about this era and stuff, and watching this.
What's up, Skillety Skillet?
What do you guys say more about this, bro, after watching this like seminar?
Is he muted?
No.
Are you muted me?
Oh.
My bad. My attention is like half split. I'm trying to help my brother figure out his camera.
No, you're good.
You're
He's
fine.
having he's ha- he's having technical difficulties getting his fucking camera to work properly.
That's weird.
He's been having
That's why
technical
I'm like.
for a hot minute, huh?
That's why I'm kind of like split. And my attention keeps going back.
Oh,
and
you're
forth.
good. Oh, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah, I just love this whole era and stuff.
So it's about 52 minutes long, and it's from the early 2000s.
Yeah, this is from 2002. When this dropped, this was literally 22 years ago. Also, god damn.
Do we know what the actual date was for the seminar? Do you remember?
I think it said at the beginning. It was probably around like July, maybe, because I know back then the gatherings would always be a toss up between like July and August, or sometimes they would even be in June back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Which it's always been like and this is like when they were still like doing it like in conventions and stuff. So I believe this was actually the last indoor gathering that they did. And then every gathering from 2003 up to now is all campground gatherings, which is fucking cool. So back then they used to just do them at convention centers, and that's what this was basically at. And then they would like play like in the arena part of the convention center where like the music would be played and stuff.
Eat.
So yeah, I heard a lot of those. I actually know a lot of people that were at this seminar. So you lucky bastards.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think, especially since I've seen this seminar, like I think this was the first seminar that they ever like really filmed. And I'm sure I've heard they filmed other past seminars, because when you go to any Juggalo event or ICP event or any Juggalo event, there's always camera people there. So you know they're archiving a lot of dope footage because they're going to put something good together, because we're also supposed to get like an ICP like documentary series on Netflix. And each episode is going to like cover an era in their career. How dope is that? So that's probably what they're using a lot of this old footage for and stuff. So you never know. We might see a little bit of this like when they get to that era in their career.
Yeah, some repurposing.
Exactly. Because I know they're planning, and I think they're supposed to be like a Vice documentary series. Like there's going to be 2 documentaries. There's going to be one about their whole music career and a little bit of their wrestling career. But the one on Vice is going to be just covering their wrestling career and how much they've had an impact on wrestling too. Because what people can say that they're successful music artists and professional wrestlers without any training at all. And they've been in almost every wrestling promotion there is out there. How crazy is that? I just love hearing how when Jay always would say that when they were coming out, he was just doing music. Like he said originally they wanted to be professional wrestlers. So if the music didn't work, he was going to be a professional wrestler, and that was his main passion.
I remember playing the fuck out of the backyard wrestling game.
And that came out around this time too, at least like a year later. But that was another good thing about this era. That's when the first backyard wrestling game came out. And I still play that.
I have not played that in probably, like 15 years or better. I would love to get my fucking hands on that shit.
Oh, yeah. And everyone's been saying...
I'm on a PC now. My goal by the end of the night is to find a digital copy of that game.
Yeah, when I was younger, when it came out, of course, like the game systems I had it on, there was only 2 that it was on. I had it on the PlayStation 2, and then I had it on the original Xbox.
I'm gonna go get a digital copy of that game, bootleg Greg style.
Well, and everyone's been saying they should come out like with a newer version, because you know how PlayStation or PC, they're coming out like with older games, just like updated a bit. They should.
Yeah, they remaster them. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone says they should remaster the backyard wrestling games.
He's trying to get JCW to take off, and I think that's a great idea.
And I've been loving what he does with JCW, but it's because I'm also a wrestling fan. So that's why I tell people it's crazy me being a juggalo and a wrestling fan. They like go hand in hand. It's crazy. I mean,
ow, bitch.
I mean, I grew up on like old school wrestling. Like and before I got into ICP, I was a big wrestling fan, and I still am. I've been a wrestling fan since I was like 2 or 3. I always remember specifically the first 2 wrestlers I fell in love with and like loved and still love to this day was Razor Ramon, the legendary Scott Hall, and The Undertaker.
See, that's the one thing that I feel was I never really did get into wrestling. I played the game because it was a game that had ICP in it. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Wrestling was never my thing. I was introduced to MMA at a very young age, so
hell yeah,
wrestling just wasn't it when I could watch people actually beat the dog shit out of each other.
And I
remember watching the pay-per-view match when Shamrock actually killed that guy in the fucking octagon.
I remember hearing about that.
I was watching that shit live, bro. When the ref should have called it though, bro, and he just kept and ended up fucking he literally caved that guy's orbital bones in and killed him right there on the mat, shoved his bone fragments into his shit.
You call him out the trash refs.
Yeah, and I remember the press, like people were thinking, should he go to jail? Should he not?
Well, think about it. Before then, did we even have the term TKO? Was that a thing yet?
Nope. I don't even think they.
I was gonna say.
I don't even think they introduced that until like later on.
As I'm saying, I feel like that was one of the things that kind of pushed them into okay, we gotta call it somewhere earlier than when the guy is half dead on the mat.
And that's the MMA and mixed martial arts that I grew up on. Still, is when we had Ken Shamrock, when we had Tito Santana and shit.
Oh.
And I remember Ken Shamrock, besides when he did MMA, he did do stuff with like professional wrestling for a while too. So he would legit, when he would get in that wrestling ring with people, he would like beat the fucking shit out of some people. And it's like, God damn.
Well, that was a big part of why he switched over to wrestling, was because it was more contained and handled and for lack of a better word, choreographed.
Oh,
you know,
nice.
he knew going in that he wasn't going to be killing nobody that night.
Yeah, he would, and that's the thing with wrestling. Like, you're somewhat getting your ass kicked, but the only thing that's like making it like fake a little bit is like the matches are predetermined, and sometimes you can like clearly see them like talking through the match. Like if you see them, what sounds like they're talking trash to someone, but that's actually them telling someone, "Hey, this is what we're gonna do and stuff. We're about to do this." Like, it may feel good. People are like, "Oh, it's just a trampoline. It might not hurt." No, if you get slammed on that wrestling ring hard enough, it fucking hurts. I've had a friend where he got slammed so fucking hard and his back was fucking red.
Oh, yeah. I'm not taking away from the physicality of it at all. I just, when you go into the ring knowing that you're going to win or lose and how you're going to win or lose, it leaves way less room for errors.
Exactly.
And that's my only point.
Exactly. And I think that's why I think MMA's taken over more than like boxing. Like, I remember back in the 90s and 2000s, boxing used to be really popular, and it's not so really much anymore. Because then you have like dudes like Floyd Money Mayweather, which I can't stand that dude. I always tell people, if that dude got in the ring with Tyson, Tyson would knock that dude out.
Or bite his ear off.
That's like, all I gotta say is that whole thing between Mike Tyson and Logan Paul or Jake Paul, I hope Mike Tyson knocks him out.
It ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't happened yet. It ain't gonna happen.
Every time
that's all cash. That's all fucking internet cash grab, bro. It ain't happening.
Oh yeah, I've never liked Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Those two dudes I never liked them when they did YouTube. They're just a bunch of they're like those idiots on YouTube you don't want to like tune into. They're like they're idiots, basically.
Big facts.
And every time like Mike Tyson calls him out, he like pussies out and tucks his tail in between his legs. I was like, if I got knocked out by Mike Tyson, I wouldn't take that as a defeat. I would be like, hey, I just got knocked out by Mike Tyson. That's a badge of honor, you know? That's how I would take it, though. Because I respect Mike Tyson so fucking much. That dude is literally...
Respect Mike Tyson, fear Mike Tyson. It's a fine line, and I'm okay to exist on either side of it.
And I love seeing like that even at this day and age, he is still like in physical shape and stuff.
Because I was just about to say, if you watched any of his recent like sparring videos and
like,
shit,
damn,
bro, even in his 50s, that man will fucking control alt delete you.
Exactly. See, a lot of people, even a lot of us on this panel, we know Mike Tyson is not someone you want to fuck with. Anywho. Is he still having trouble with his camera audio, or does he think he got it figured out yet?
I was going to say, just have him come up on his cell phone.
I think he's mad enough that he might have he might have gave up.
I mean, he can come up on his cell phone. There's no shame in it.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out.
No, nah, he just got another. I'm talking to him on the side, and I'm not gonna get into his business, but in the middle of being pissed off trying to figure out how to get his camera to work, he just got some like really fucked up information dropped in his lap, like literally 5 minutes ago. Like while we're dealing with it. So yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Exactly. Jake Paul should make fun of Mike Tyson's list and see what and stuff and see what happens in real life, right?
I feel bad for the homie Droku.
Yes. Well, we love you, Droku.
Totally understandable. You got to be in the right frame of mind to come up here and be public.
And we love you.
Give him our love, okay?
Hell yeah.
And I dropped his channel in the chat to show support.
Hell yeah. So
yes, I also got your merch link in there and our other homies channel link in there.
Hell yeah.
While we doing links and stuff, let's just, I mean, you know, why not? Just go ahead and drop. Oh, am I not connected?
Do I got connect? Jen's got you covered. Jen's got you covered too. She'll post her links too.
Oh yeah. I put you and your homie, and I put Dawn's merch link and my link tree.
That one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's
the important one.
That's the one that will take you to everything.
Everything. That is your skeleton key to everything Dead Body Corp.
That is your rabbit hole to Dead Body Corp.
And this economy keeps going the way that it keeps going. That's where you're going to find my OnlyFans link too.
Stop. I'm done with you.
Look at this handsome motherfucker.
I mean,
hey, yeah. I'll pull my butt on camera for a couple dollars. What's up?
Bro, I've been going up on these comedy podcasts, and the dudes are literally taking their shoe and sock off, doing shit like this, and like smacking their own forehead with their foot, and people are sending in money. I'm like,
wait, what? What?
Wow.
Send me money.
He's doing it. Send this man money, y'all. Do it again.
I'm too fat. I can't get it to touch.
Look at that foot.
Ow.
Look at that foot.
That's ninja skills, y'all.
Yes.
Let me see those toes. Let me see those toes.
No, you can't see the toes.
Send this man some money.
You gotta.
Y'all.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say you gotta prepay for the toes, honey.
All right, send Dead Body Corp a Cash App, and we'll get to see the toes.
Yeah. You want the toes? Yeah. Yeah.
He'll do a performance when he's in the middle of a concert, y'all, and he'll just take his shoes and socks off, and he'll be like,
Hey, listen, y'all get on that website, order enough copies of the album or some other shit, get that running up pretty good. I'll fucking start stripping slow between songs at Creepshow. I might get in trouble. You might have to help me find a new home. Dean might kick me out the label if I get naked on stage. But listen, $20 is $20. You feel me?
he's gonna go like Gigi Allen on the crowd, y'all.
Just go up on stage and perform barefooted.
Like, remember all the crazy shit that Gigi Allen would do when he performed?
Actually, I don't understand that.
pull a fucking Manson, go up there with nothing, wearing nothing but a duct tape sock around my dick.
I'm done with you.
It ain't gonna be very big. I'm gonna need like a toddler sock. You know what I mean? But
ooh, I got your Twitter now. Hell yeah.
All right, y'all want to continue more with this?
Yes, please.
Let's continue more with this dope nostalgic.
Behind the scenes, a lot of the
I'll
magic
do it without
you hear is
drugs.
right there. Now, Rich remembers this. We wanted to prove that maybe there could be these that we're just now we're starting to call them juggalos, whatever, these people that are feeling us, on the realness, not just the humor, the whatever, but they're feeling us, man. They're like, we really fucking feel y'all, man, So, and they're coming up with tattoos and shit, trying to say, yo, man, I mean, I like bands, but man, your music, they were feeling it. So I said, this can't be a local thing. So we blindfolded Alex, and Alex threw a dart and a map, and it landed on Dallas, Texas.
Nice.
So we drove the fucking Riddlebach vans. Rich was there. I drove one. Shaggy stayed home, lazy ass. He had a good reason. I just don't remember. But we drove to Dallas. And we fucking pressed up with our $60,000 advance. We pressed up samplers. And every day at 3 o'clock, our fucking vans were at 3 different high schools in the Dallas-Fort Worth area slanging them fucking tapes. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch, I wish it was mine.
Slanging the fuck out of them. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody feel us? What are y'all like in Dallas, We know what's going on. There's something going on in Detroit. What's up out here, And most people are like, fuck y'all, We're used to that, though. But there was a couple juggalos we discovered. We spent 3 months in Dallas. 3 months. Next thing you know, Riddlebox had sold 60,000 records in Detroit and 40,000 in Dallas.
For a nice 100,000.
So we're like, let's throw another dart, But only thing is, we're having trouble walking because there's a dick in my ass. Jive still got their dick balls deep in our ass, I have a very homophobic way of putting things, It's any homosexuals or hermaphrodites or undecided people out there. I'm not trying to offend anybody.
Oh, wow.
But, so anyway, at that point, we told Jive, we said, look, we're from the streets. We'll straight up drive down there and whip your asses. You know what I'm saying? Do you honestly think we care about a fucking contract or something? We didn't even know how to read that motherfucker. We just wanted it 60,000. You know what I'm saying?
The money.
So we said, you'll never get another album out of us. We like this little label that we started, Psychopathic.
Yeah.
We're like, these fucking idiots are taking, they don't know what the fuck are, they don't know what we're going after because they're not part of it.
Right.
They're a fucking major record label. They can fuck with Sugar Ray. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't They weren't on our page.
You notice?
So
Sorry, will you pause?
in 1997,
What's up?
You notice how he's making sure to take zingers at the most popular bands at the time during this.
Yeah, and that's why I said, and that's why I said this is like a time capsule. You could tell like these, and I remember hearing a lot about these bands too growing up. I'm sure we all did.
I want to show our guest my J I just rolled. Look at that.
Let me see that.
Look at that.
Oh shit! I think he's.
I'm not the best at rolling, but I've been practicing for a couple months, and they're getting better, and they're staying lit.
I can't roll because a joint because I don't have steady hands. I have to use those like pre-rolled cones, and people are like, "That's okay," and some people are like, "I use those too."
Well, I got my cards, so I do enjoy the pre-rolls. But when they're trying to
you got your card, good.
Yeah, but if I can get half an ounce for 60, I'm doing that.
Oh yeah.
And I'll roll the bitch myself.
I remember though when I was still living in Florida though, I don't know where I was like at a Publix or something, and someone like came
Probably.
up. I was like at a Publix and someone came up to me and they're like, "Oh, this is to legalize weed in Florida. Will you sign this?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
I remember that too when I used to sign. Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, I will sign that. Absolutely, because I believe in legalization."
And yes, I voted today. I voted. I should probably check the polls to see what we got. See who our new president is.
I don't want to know yet.
Stayed my ass right here. That is a lose-lose situation, and I am not wasting my time and gas to go up and pick a poison. Like, fuck y'all.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I cared more about the amendments they're trying to put into effect than the presidential election. That is why I casted my vote today, because those amendments are going to change the world we live in. So, yeah.
And that's pretty much how I've been. I've always been like,
We're gonna have a president, whether we like it or
they
not.
turn around and repeal them like they did a bunch last year.
Dude, I know.
I mean, I've always
saying like it's such a fucking charade anymore. Like,
I know,
what the fuck is the point? We all voted for this. You took it away. You're saying go up here and vote. Your vote counts. You completely disregard what we want every fucking day of the week.
And I think everyone's starting to realize you should pay attention to those politics, but a lot of people are starting to realize you should pay attention more to like the local politics in your local state. News. Like I pay attention more to my local politics in the state that I'm in. Like when I was living in Florida, that's the only time I pay attention was to politics in Florida. And all I gotta say is Governor DeSantis, that dude is something else. That guy, ugh.
And for whatever reason, Florida was in the hot seat because of you guys. You guys know why. I don't even need to say it.
Yeah, I remember. I think it's Florida's when I was living there.
For women's rights, and
yep,
that is primarily my reasoning for casting my vote today.
Exactly, and that's where I stand. Like,
we're gonna have a president, whether I like it or not. So I might as well just think about what's important and
exactly
health.
Exactly. You're just doing what you feel is right. But I'm glad a lot of people are now starting to realize, okay, we should also pay attention to more of the stuff that's going on in our state. The stuff that goes on in our states affects us a lot more.
Correct. So I pay attention to local news, and I try to at least keep up with the elections every 4 years.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, we all know the truth behind everything. At least those of us that have an open mind, like the three of us on here, a lot of us here in the chat, a lot of us know the truth about shit. We know the real shit that's really going on.
I think that they're only partially honest with us, and that things happen to distract the masses while other things take place.
Oh, yeah. But
the government has their own underground, you know?
Oh, yeah, but we won't get into that on here, y'all. I always tell people if I'm going to get into that shit, I'll get it until I'll create a whole nother YouTube channel just talking about stuff like that.
Yeah, let's get back to the good stuff, which is the
because like I tell people, this is all to get away from everything else that's going on right now. So I'll be right back, y'all, but I'm going to play this, so I'll be right back.
You're fine. Take your time. I got you.
All right. So feel free to still mingle in the chat, y'all.
Okay.
Another record label owned by Disney.
Oh yeah, Mike Eisner. Mike
Calls
Eisner.
us up. Rich remembers all this. Calls us up and it's like, look, we know what y'all are doing. We know what y'all did in Detroit. We know what y'all did in Dallas. We know what you're doing in St. Louis now. And this guy was sincere. He was a juggler. Straight up, he really knew all the shit. And he said, we're owned by Disney. We can do anything we want. And I said, y'all put out the pussiest shit I ever fucking heard. You can never fuck with the wicked shit. And they're like, listen, we own Miramax Films. We put out like all kind of ruthless ass natural born killers. We own that. People don't know Disney owns that, but Disney does. They own Miramax Films, you know, and we're a record label. We put out whatever we want. So we were like, oh yeah? And they're like, yeah, we want you to do the wicked shit. So out came the great Malenko. The great Malenko was pulled out of record stores the day it came out because Disney found out and spanked up the little label, said, you can't put that shit out. Meanwhile, they paid us for the motherfucking album, right? So we already got paid for it. So we're like, psychopathic in the house, psychopathic in the house, psychopathic in the house. So we're like, we don't need them, you know what I'm saying? But all these labels start bidding. You know, they're like, all this press is going on. You know, boom, this band gets dropped. Who are they? Blah, blah, blah. They're unheard of. I'm like, unheard of? Fuck you. There's 100,000 juggalos out there. Just because y'all never heard of us. Fuck y'all, you know? Anyway, we signed a distribution deal with this label, Island Records. At the same time, we met like Twisted.
Yes.
Right. So at this point of our lives, me and Alex and Joey, we were kind of like, you know, just let the record label put the shit in the stores. We'll handle it from there. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? So we started hiring our homies and building Psychopathic. I'm talking ex-gang members, fucking people that got felonies and just our homies, y'all.
Bless you. Bless you.
And we put out the great Malenko. It got dropped. It got picked up. You got a lot of exposure. I'm just gonna get to the 6 because I know that's what my words want. All right. So Malenko came out and with all the exposure and we went on a big tour and this thing came. Okay, when Malenko first came out, the first week of its release, again, the second release, it sold 17,000 copies, right? And that was the same thing it sold when it got pulled out of record stores. So Island was like, what happened to the big publicity splash? We thought everybody'd buy it like they did Cop Killer. Remember that? With Ice-T's band. And they're like, nobody fucking bought it. You know, what the fuck? And we're like, I don't know. Y'all gave us $1 million. You think I give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? We know the juggalos are out there. They got it. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't know about your fan rush. I don't know about your rush of million fucking fans that all of a sudden want to be down. We got the juggalos, you know? 100,000. I'm cool as fuck with that. But they ran this documentary on MTV. They bought the time in an auction, and they ran Shockumentary on MTV.
There it is.
This is in 1997. And there happened to be a lot of people, a lot of brothers and sisters like y'all watching and feeling that shit.
Yeah.
And the great Malenko went platinum.
Yeah.
Went platinum. Took 2 years, but it went platinum.
Hell yeah. Art takes time.
But I was also noticing, I can't front, there was a lot of bullshit.
And what made that cool is when they went platinum. A lot of people don't realize that they did make like Detroit music history. They were the first ever rap act out of Detroit. Now, there is a lot of rap acts out in Detroit that go platinum now, but they were the first rap ever act out of Detroit to go platinum. How dope is that?
Phenomenal.
And this is when Eminem was even just barely starting out. Barely.
Yo, so before you hit that button again, I actually got some less fortunate news in the fact that I actually got a slide. I got to get out of here.
All right, bro.
I just looked at the time and I was like, "Holy fuck! Have I really been here for 2 hours already?"
Maybe. It was nice
yeah.
to chill with you.
It was definitely like 5:30 when I got up in here.
Well, thank you for joining, bro.
Yeah, man, for sure. Just hit me up whenever. I love coming on and fucking with y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I gotta go do I gotta go do some family shit. I gotta check on my brother, make sure his mental space is not.
Yeah, keep me posted, please.
Yeah.
And go figure out something to fucking eat.
Because you know I love y'all down there.
Make sure you
man, for sure.
back.
Oh yeah. I plan to come back down to visit all of y'all when I'm in Florida again.
Yeah, man, because like I said, I am restricting your use of the word Swampalo until you eat some gator, bro.
All right. Well, I'll hold it to you to make some for me and my family when we come down there.
I got you. I gotta look. I don't remember when season is, but the next time I gotta check. But the next time it's in season, I'm gonna grab up a couple slabs and throw in the freezer.
Hell, let's do it.
So
let's try spring and summer and just have a barbecue again like we did.
Well, yeah, for sure. I just got, like I said, I gotta look and see. Matter of fact, I'll. When is Gator in season?
Yeah, because don't they usually hibernate around this time in Florida?
Make sure you grab my link.
Alligator hunting season falls between August 15th and November 1st. So right now is actually the time to go buy fucking gator meat.
Hell yeah.
So
fascinating.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for joining, bro. Like, now that you mentioned gator meat, could you imagine that a gator burger would probably taste pretty good?
I mean, there's a whole restaurant over here that I think that's primary protein is gator meat.
Well, there you go. That sounds good.
I'm with it.
I mean, if it tastes like chicken, it would just be like eating a chicken sandwich or a chicken burger.
But make sure you subscribe back so you catch me when I'm live too. Skillet.
Yes.
Dead Body Corp. Whoop, whoop.
For sure. Whoop, whoop. Y'all have a good night. I'll catch y'all later. I'll probably still be lurking in the stream. I just might not be active in the comments.
Oh, you're good. All right. Love you, bro.
Yeah, man. Love y'all too. Take it easy, Mad Clown Love. Whoop, whoop. And one more time for the people in the back. Go buy the fucking chaos strip before I stick my foot in your ass.
He will too.
Have a good night.
And he won't use lube. And he won't use lube neither.
I don't even fucking spit on it. Okay.
No.
I'm just fucking running that bitch in dry. You better peel them lips apart.
Oh.
All right, bro. I love you.
Later.
Good night.
Hell yeah. All right. So shall we continue this, Jen?
Yeah, we can keep watching.
Yeah, Now you said you've seen this before, or you
No,
have?
I haven't. So I'm enjoying this very much so.
And just think, y'all, this was literally 22 years ago to what we are watching.
No. He looks amazing.
I just love that. Like I said, I loved this era because of the face paint. Like, look how dope that is. Like the blue and the white. All right,
Yeah.
let's continue.
Shit, motherfucking backstreet people. You know what I'm saying? And they're coming up. I'm down with the clown dog, and I'm like, I don't know, motherfucker.
Right.
Man, I am a motherfucking Juffalo. I swear it. And I'm like, you know, a lot of times I was like, fuck y'all, and left stages and shit, because it just got to the point where they didn't know nothing but Malenko, and it was just a weird era, and I didn't like the, and then weird things started happening. Like, we became stars. So, like, all of a sudden, David Arquette, you know who that is?
Yeah, he's from Friends.
David Arquette gives us a call. Yeah, I want to have lunch with you guys. I'm like, I know about 100,000 juggalos that would probably like to have lunch with us. Who the fuck are you? You see what I'm saying? Not this David Arquette, but I don't give a fuck if you made an AT&T commercial. And then, like, we'd be at a show and they'd say, yeah, two of the fucking the Broncos are out there, Denver Broncos or whatever. They want to meet y'all. Denver in the house all day, but I'm like, what the fuck am I saying to a football player, you know? Oh, so you play football and you're the shit, and I rap and I'm the shit. What's up? Now we're down, you know? And fuck all that. It's just I don't fit in with that shit. None of us do. So we spent the money with the quickness. Bought a couple wrestling rings.
Yeah.
Oriental health spas. A lot of NyQuil. Not gonna lie. In 1999, with this new label, we released the 5th Joker's card, the Amazing Jekyll Brothers.
Yes, I want to get those tattoos so fucking bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit up.
Yep, it's true. Yes. David Arquette was in the Scream movies. He was in like the movie Ready to Rumble, which is a very classic movie. I don't care what anyone says. It's a good movie. Especially if you're a fan of wrestling. It's funny. And he did do, and it's funny that he mentioned David Arquette doing an AT&T commercial, which is funny. Around the time this came out, I think there was a commercial with AT&T, and it did have David Arquette doing the commercial.
Hilarious.
Again, this is like a time capsule, y'all, when you watch stuff like this.
1,000,000%. I love it. And there's still more to discover, too.
Yep. And I believe this was the era when you discovered them, right? Jen was around like Jekyll Brothers era.
Yes. My first 2 songs were, it was Boogie Woogie Woo and Bitches.
So you heard a little bit of Malenko, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We are going to continue. Yeah.
Up here and explain what every Joker's card is and what it means, because you guys already know that.
Damn right.
Right?
And by me sitting up here at the Juggalo gathering and trying to do that would be like insulting y'all. And if there's somebody in the room that don't know what it means, you're in the wrong fucking place. What up, Juggalos?
That is Shaggy.
Carry on.
Yep. Yeah. Shaggy.
They know that voice. Yep.
So, Twisted, their story speaks for itself. They do their own tours. They're putting out their own artists. We are spreading. We started a label. It's working. It's music. They can't be defined. I don't want to fucking try to name it. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's juggalo shit all day. You know. It's like, and sometimes if we fuck up, you know what I'm saying? We fuck up, you know, because we're still learning. It's not over yet, y'all. You know? But it's time for the 6 Jokers card. My knees are weak. I'm just gonna tell y'all what it is, you know? It's like, listen, I started smoking weed about a year ago. Let the truth be known, it was Blaze that got me started.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
Speaking of Blaze, there he is.
Fantastic. He's like, oops.
I got one question for you, Jado. Where the weed at? He got a foot-long joint. He did fired up. Man, that would have to be a long-ass joint by the time it made it back to you. But anyway, I told y'all that because I figured I'm just gonna correct every wrong in my life, you know, and the only wrong I had to correct was telling my brother, because we made a pact when we were little kids. My sister was a fucking crack whore, you know, and we always vowed we'd never touch drugs, you know, and my brother kept the oath and I didn't. I fell apart. Like I went to some insanity places and just fucking lost it for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But then I found the herbery and I got right.
That's like, my bad. I went too far.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
But yeah, what I was trying to say is, yeah, I was all fucked up, and then I'm the same way. I got the herb, and I got right. I condone Mary Jane, y'all.
1,000,000%.
But then again, I've been smoking since I tried weed when I was like 14, 15 years old.
Boy, I think my relationship with Mary Jane is over 20 years now, because I've been smoking almost every day since I was 17, and I'm 38 years old, and I still love Mary Jane.
Yeah. All right, where was I?
She is such a homie. She's always there to listen.
Yeah.
She's always there to help me breathe.
Hey. All right, y'all. If I picked up like what we already watched, I apologize. I'm just gonna play it right here. Let's see. Let's see. Close enough. All right, that's close enough.
He did fired up. Man, that would have to be a long-ass joint by the time it made it back to you. But anyway, I told y'all that because I figured I'm just gonna correct every wrong in my life, you know, and the only wrong I had to correct was telling my brother, because we made a pact when we were little kids. My sister was a fucking crack whore, you know, and we always vowed we'd never touch drugs, you know, and my brother kept the oath and I didn't. I fell apart. Like I went to some insanity places and just fucking lost it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But then I found the herbery and I got right.
Look at that smile on his face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Puff, 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 puff.
One.
Smoking the joint and yeah.
Bro, if I had a blunt and passed it to Jay and twisted in them, that's Paul smoking it right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's funny because I think I've smoked a foot-long joint before.
I mean, like I fucking rolled one and they smoked it. I'm so happy.
Hell yeah. It's good to God, the nostalgia for this, y'all.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Kind of wish I came up sooner, but it's all good. Better late than never.
Hell yeah. Let's see.
It's coming. You'll get it. Hold on. Puff, puff, give, motherfuckers. It's coming. And I don't even smoke weed, but fuck it, I'm smoking with y'all.
Yeah.
I love him. He looks like he smokes weed.
Shaggy. Sabu.
Yes. Ooh, Killer Collections is here. Hey, much problem.
Y'all think Rude Boy's gonna hit it? Wait. Pass it to the cameraman. He's like, cameraman looked at me like, cameraman looked at me like, what's my name, Skip? All right. Anyway, back to what we were saying, man. Now, for the last 8 months, me and Shaggy, we disappeared. But I want y'all to know, we was out there. We was watching y'all. We was on that Twisted tour. We went and recorded down in Dallas. We recorded in Las Vegas. We recorded in Chicago. We recorded in Indianapolis, Nashville. And at night, I'd sit on the internet and I watch y'all talk. Not the people in the room, but I'd watch people talk, and I'd read the horrible things they say, you know. Like some of the shit I read was like earth-shattering. You know, it hurts so bad. And you figure the motherfuckers would talk the most shit when you're in hiding and you can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's when they want to talk the most shit.
That's the truth.
That's very reminiscent even now.
It is so true.
And this is back in the early days of the internet. I mean, the internet was around in the 90s, but in the 2000s, it was just starting to take off. I remember being in a lot of those AOL message boards and shit, and that's how I talked to some
remember those CDs?
I remember talking in the AOL message boards back then, and that's how I talked to a lot of juggalos back then.
You remember the 200 hours of internet with this CD?
I do remember that.
Hell yeah.
Let's continue.
But
Attention all juggalos. Attention all juggalos. All seating is now closed. Please exit all seating is now closed.
Fuck Hall C and what's going on over there. We're talking about something right here. Now check this out. I'm gonna tell y'all what the 6 is. And I gotta be honest. We didn't make the 6 to make the people that like the wicked shit happy, or the people that like the rock and roll shit happy, or the people that like the rap shit happy. We made the 6th the way the Dark Carnival wanted it, and that's exactly how it is. It's different. All right? It's different. But I want y'all to know something, and it's the hardest thing I've ever had to say. But me and Shaggy have talked about it, me and Twisted, and the whole family. We stand behind the 6 Jokers card when it comes out on November 5th. And this is what we ask. After you take it home and you listen to it, either you're with us or forget us. Because we stand behind every fucking lyric on that record. And just so y'all know, every good idea we ever had on all these fucking Joker cards, every really bomb-ass idea we had, we said, no, we'll save that for the 6th. Probably smoking. Juggalos, juggalettes. To be honest, I really don't like that word because I don't want you to think we only mean the dudes when we say juggalos. You know, it means everybody. But I'm down with it, you know. I mean, I'd rather fuck a juggalette than a juggalo. But y'all know what I'm saying. I'm trying to stall here because I'm a little bit nervous. So Tyson got his ass kicked, huh? I figured that. Fucking Eric Bischoff's in WWF. All right, y'all. There's one 6 Jokers card, and there's 2 versions. Hold up. The 6 Jokers card is called the Wraith. And the Wraith is death. AKA the Grim Reaper, AKA whatever the fuck, death. There are, the 6 Jokers card is the Wraith. There are 2 versions. The Wraith has come, and when you die, God hope never, the Wraith is gonna take your hand, and he's gonna take you somewhere. And it's either gonna be Shangri-La or it's gonna be Hell's Pit. What the 6 Jokers card is the race exhibit of both. On November 5th, first, the race exhibit of Shangri-La will be released. Exactly 1 year later, the race exhibit of Hell's Pit will be released. Wicked Club!
Yes. Love it. Yes. I see you.
Now, there's a difference between the two records. On the race exhibit of Hell's Pit, the word juggalo is never mentioned once. Because I don't want to see one fucking juggalo in Hell's Pit.
Love that.
And this is the darkest, most evilest, hideous, wickedest album ever made. And over here in Shangri-La, this is for the few. This is for the many. This is for the few.
Go, whoa.
Everybody had an idea or a speculation or a hope or whatever they hoped it was. But the bottom line is, this is the Insane Clown Posse talking to the juggalos that exist now and today.
Shangri-La.
And this is the Insane Clown Posse talking to the world. And we got a lot of shit to say to the fucking world. But before we tell the world to eat a dick, we gotta tell the juggalos how much we love them.
I think it's a good place to stop.
There are incredible.
What's up?
With that being said, I think we should do our plugs and jump off unless you want to stay on. But I gotta get out of here.
I'm probably gonna be on just for a little bit. I'm just gonna finish playing this and then I'm gonna end it and then play a song to end it. 2 songs to end it.
You're gonna stay on for like a while?
Yeah, just probably like a few more minutes.
Okay. If it's like a few minutes, I'll stay till the end. But if you're gonna stay on for like an hour, I gotta go.
Oh no, it's not gonna be an hour. It's just after this, I just got 2 songs to play, and then after those 2 songs, yeah, I'll go ahead and end it, and then we'll plug everything.
And I got your merch link in the chat already.
Yeah, thank you. I hope this has been a good journey for y'all. Hopefully, because I know there's a lot going on right now, and I hope this was a way for a lot of y'all to take your mind off all the crazy shit going on. Because for me, this is a relief.
And this has been a really nice thing to watch, and
and a lot of it is relevant even to this day. So I hope even a lot of juggalos watching this will take this and like fully digest that shit again and think it's like, well, shit.
Yes, everybody, make sure you get all the links I've been putting in the chat. Everybody, if you want to support Don, he's got his merch link in the chat. If you want to support me, I got my link tree in the chat. And that's about it, really.
Exactly. And like I said earlier, y'all, when I started the stream, there are people that fake the funk. Those people that try to weasel their way in our community, we need to get them the hell out of here.
Well, yeah, I mean, if they're not
If they don't understand what we're about, get them out of here.
Like if you're not willing to learn, I don't like messing with people that don't want to learn something new, because there's a thing called lifelong learning, and it actually helps prevent dementia and Alzheimer's. If you just read for 30 minutes a day, you can avoid those diseases. And lifelong learning is important. And so if you want to be in this community, you got to be willing to learn.
Exactly.
There's a lot of history.
Exactly. And there's so much history. And I've taught so many people. Like I was taught from people too, because we were all brand new to this at one point, y'all. You got to remember that. If people are willing to learn, teach them. If they don't want to learn, then tell them there's the door.
Exactly. You know?
Or as they say, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, bitch. As they say in that song.
For real. 1,000,000%. And I just noticed there's only 4 minutes left on the thing.
Yeah, so after this, we're gonna then play 2 powerful songs, and then we'll end the stream.
Okay.
All right. All right, here we go.
Amazing special guests on these albums. I'll name them right now. Starting off, the band Zug Island makes an appearance. Blaze Your Dead Homie makes an appearance.
Yeah.
The Anybody Killer makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Twisted makes an appearance. And the way me and Shaggy looked at it, nobody else was worthy enough to make an appearance. And to sum it all up, a 6 joker card tip. What happens after that is pure speculation.
Goosebumps!
Each and every one of us, we'll never die. Swing our engines if we must. Each and every one of us, we'll never
That is a great piece of a 50-minute time capsule.
Yes, it is. It's even got my dog excited.
She's like, Dad, it's time to eat, it's time to walk, it's time to smoke, it's time to say goodbye, but not forever. It's time to say smell you later. It's time to say whoop whoop, and you'll see us again. And make sure also you're supporting Don Chaos because we got to help him get his subscribers back.
Exactly. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream with like 2 songs. So
All
we're
right,
just
guys.
so we're gonna ride it out, y'all,
Hell
with these
yeah.
next 2 songs.
Family, 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 family.
And we're gonna end it out with these 2 songs.
Oh.
All right, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna ride this out.
Death can occur at any time, at any given moment, on any day. And when it does, you personally will meet the world face to face. Join us for the race exhibit of Shangri-La, November 5th. It's the arrival of the mighty 6th Joker's card. Is it the end of the world? Yes, it is the end of the world.
Listen,
It's
y'all.
also
Goosebumps.
the beginning of a brand new, solid, juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never die alone. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets if we must. Each and every one of us. We'll never. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets. Each and every one of us. We'll never. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets. Each and every one of us. We'll never. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets. Each and every one of us. Juggalos will carry on. Swing our hatchets. Every juggaloo.
And as we ride out with this song, last song, just know I love you guys, and I do all of this for y'all. So if y'all were ever going to vote for anyone to be your first Juggalo president, Don Chaos should be your boy for it. Just saying.
I would totally vote for you.
I never thought I would become a motivational speaker, and I like I told y'all, there's a lot of people that are weaseling their way in this community, and we need to get those people out of here. And with that being said, we're going to end on an emotional tip, of course, with the one and only song that everyone should know. So here we go, y'all. We love y'all, and I will see you guys Thursday on the Hours of Chaos podcast, and I will see y'all on Sunday on Jen's stream. And now I had fun doing this stream. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope this took everyone's mind off all the stress of the stuff that's going on in the world right now, because a lot of stuff, like doing stuff like this, y'all, really helps me out. And as the saying goes in another ICP lyric, this is our world. This is our world. So get the fuck out.
Much clown love, y'all.
Much clown love, y'all. We're going to end now with this song. Whoop, whoop, y'all.
Love y'all.
Much clown love from the Don, Jen, and anyone else who's tuning in, whether you tuned in on this live. Thank you. If you're watching the replay of this, thank you wholeheartedly. Don Chaos is for the fucking Juggalos, y'all. Later, y'all.
Bye. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Adam, Spoken, Twisted. Who else in here? Everybody. Y'all have been great tonight. It's been really great getting to know you.
And
we will sing you out with a song.
Yes, and of course we have to play this song, y'all. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The Ringmaster. Carnival of Carnage. The Ringmaster. The Riddle Box. The Great Malenko. The Amazing Jekyll Brothers.
Ooh.
And the Wraith.
Goosebumps still to this song, y'all.
Like we're all out of time, brother. Everybody's out of time. Fuck it. We got to town. All secrets will now be told. No more hidden messages. This is it, y'all. Time's up. Everything be out right here. No need for the reverse talking. The truth. Now, we've been told this carnival shit has touched on many lives. Right. People have fucking sworn to us they too can feel it inside. What is it that draws you in? This magic that compels you? We've been waiting 6 fucking Joker cards to finally tell you. The messages and hints were there, although most never picked up on them. We snuck them in subliminally with that wicked shit around us. We mention more and more of this on every Joker's card. The bottom line always the same. You ain't have to look hard. We wickedly kick it, inflict it, you get it, get with it, and dick. We don't preach it flat out, cause some ninjas don't wanna get with you. They quick to forget you without the hatchet and get out. So we roast the hatchet, do or die. Now Juggalo standing tall. After all, 6 have risen. The end of time will consume us all. It ain't got nothing to do with us. It ain't psychopathic records. All we're doing is pointing shit out to you. We in this together. Who's behind the
Dark Carnival, the gatherings and the hatchet. Who's behind Dark Lotus, the circus and everybody at it? Who invented juggalos and juggalettes and fucking Fago showers? What about that feeling you get when bumping our shit? Who's behind the juggalo powers? This ain't no fucking fan club. It ain't about making a buck. Don't buy our fucking action figures, bitch. I don't give a fuck. It ain't about Violent J or Shaggy the Butterfly or 17. When we speak of Shangri-La, what you think we mean? Truth is we follow God. We've always been behind him. The carnival is God in May. Oh, juggalos find us. May the juggalos find us. May the juggalos find us. May the juggalos find us. He's out there. He's out there. We're not sorry if we choose. We don't care what happens now. We're not sorry if we choose. We swing our hatchets and we're proud. We're not sorry if we choose. Hanging faces in the crowd. We're not sorry if we choose. The carnival will carry on. He's out there. May the juggalos find us. And the juggalos. He's out there. May the juggalos find us. The carnival will carry on. The carnival will carry on. Hanging faces in the crowd. The carnival will carry on. He's everywhere. I'm saying he's anywhere. Jack Rose, he's out there. Yeah, yeah, everywhere. He's out May the juggalos find us. He's out there. May the juggalos find us. May the juggalos find us. He's out there. He's out there. We all go down, but I'm not gonna stop. Even though it's not a trap, I'm gonna let this pass by. We don't care what happens now. We swing our hatchets and we're proud. Hanging faces in the crowd. The carnival will carry on. Fuck you. I know you can't just like me anyway. Fuck out. Fuck you. Got the dog piece, I see. Got the dog piece. Got the dog piece, I see. Got the dog piece. He's out there. People like to point us there. It's the same as every day. I ain't gonna look for the way to come. Go hard. I ain't gonna look for the way to He's out there. We don't care what happens now. We swing our hatchets and we're proud. Hanging faces in the crowd. The carnival will carry on. The carnival will carry on. Hanging faces in the crowd. The carnival will carry on.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed the Wraith
And with that said, we are out, y'all. God damn.
Mwah.
Remember, y'all. Keep, as I say now, I always said, keep the hatchet in your life, no matter what.
Swinging. That's right. Much clown love.
Later, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
See you all later. It's never goodbye. It's only smell you later. Mwah. Fuck yeah. Whoop whoop.
It's still taking a while to end. There. Hold on.